All right, what is up, Internet? AJ here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Halcyon Tales. It is Wednesday, so it is that time. It is Wednesday, right? My days are starting to blur together.
Yes, it's Wednesday.
Okay, we had the debate in the chat, but you never know.
Tomorrow is tomorrow.
Tomorrow is tomorrow. Yes, I'm glad we established that. How are you guys doing tonight?
Tired and afraid.
Why are you afraid?
We weren't allowed a long rest after that last match.
No, but you did level up.
It's only like
Yeah.
midday though.
It is, but
So-
like I said,
I
you
thought it
guys
was
leveled up.
nighttime.
No, it wasn't nighttime.
It was like noon-ish.
Yeah,
I think
it was.
when we got back to
Yeah, it was about midday.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I
who
don't know
remembers
what
what all
time it is.
happened in the last session? There was quite a bit.
We rolled a lot
bunch of robots.
Many ones were had.
Michaela's already having a panic attack over there. This is great.
So we got to the village of Blackwood, and we found out that Ari's father, who was the blacksmith, went out in the forest to make a deal with the Oni. So we went out to try to stop him, but the deal had already been done. And Ari absorbed, I don't know, part of his soul or his energy or something. I don't really know. Got a really awesome gauntlet.
An upgrade for my gauntlet.
Upgrade
Mhm.
for her gauntlet.
Indeed.
We
No, I
came
can't
back,
take it off. I can't take it off now.
We came back to town, and one of Book's siblings, Arrow, was there attacking. Well, he'd been sent to kill the Umbermoons, who is Ari's family, because they are some of the original Knights of Ash.
They're descendants of.
Descendants
Right,
of said, yes.
And there is someone who is known as Randolph, who I am somehow related to, and I don't know
Randolph Undermoon.
Umbermore.
Actually,
Umber,
wrote that down.
Umbermoon.
Yep.
Umbermore.
Undermoor.
Did I say Umbermoon? I'm sorry.
Umber-
I
Umbermoon.
said Undermoon. I just wrote that down.
Umbermore.
I just
Umber-
wasn't sure if I said
M-O-O-R.
All right. Yeah, you guys pretty much nailed most of that. You guys went to Blackwood and met with Ari's family after discovering that the father had previously made a deal with the Oni. He went to go back and basically make payment on that deal. You guys travel into the woods to find the Oni, only to discover him with a catatonic
Damn.
Royce.
Ari's father, basically.
Royce.
Right, yeah,
Royce.
Royce. You don't know the status of his life, but you do know that the body is intact, and as is the spirit. Aside from that, you guys had a brief conversation with the Oni himself, made your way back to town, had a discussion with Ari's mother after witnessing a bit of a disagreement between Zalia and Thaddeus. And during the conversation that followed with Zalia, the B-02K unit attacked the town in search of Ari's family. A battle ensued in which Thaddeus kind of got caught in the middle of, but you guys did manage to get him away and take out the B-02K unit, which also possessed a chip that Book installed and ran the operation on. The results of that have yet to be seen, but you guys did get Thaddeus healed up, got him back to his family, and that is pretty much where we left off. You guys had just finished the battle, and everything had kind of calmed down for a moment.
Also, when we were getting basically sized up by Book's brother, he looked at Sierra and he said, "You're not a target."
Oh, right.
He did.
He did. I forgot about that.
did.
Yeah. I'm not a target. I'm like a. Did he say ally? He didn't say ally.
No,
though.
He just said you're
you
not a
weren't
Said,
target.
I'm not a target.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote that down
Yep.
because I found that
I
interesting.
was wondering
I
if anybody
forgot
would.
about that. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Maybe
Yeah.
a target for someone else.
That was all he said, was that you are not a target.
Big brain, big brain.
And you have come across some of Sierra's clan members in the past, as Sierra has noted, when you guys were pursuing Rhys.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
we're
gonna be a
still
struggle,
going-
man.
You're the
Reese.
fucking DM.
Oh.
You forgot my dad's name. It's whatever.
Just change it to an I instead of a Y.
No, I
then it'll
didn't
do
forget
Riss.
it. I'm just not gonna sit here and try to pronounce what.
Royce.
Well, right, Royce, but
I know for a fact that AJ knows how to pronounce it because we both played during Lorwyn, and Riss, the Exiled.
I know. But most of the people I knew called him
white
Reese.
card ever.
Most of the
Reese.
people I knew called him Reese.
In,
Well, they're
in
fucking
Welsh, I
idiots.
think it's Reese. It's a
Yes.
Welsh name, and I think it's Reese in Welsh.
I just think
Look,
it's Reese from.
I've
Tales
seen
from
it
the
pronounced
Borderlands.
both ways, so I mean, my
I've heard it both
default,
ways.
yeah, my default goes to Reese, but I've heard it pronounced both ways. So
All right,
Wyvern,
so
Wyvern, Wyvern, you know.
Same thing.
Whatever.
Same thing.
Not that again.
I will always call it Wyvern, but I've
Too
heard
bad
it.
that's wrong.
But I've heard it
Too
so
bad
many
that's
times.
fucking wrong.
See, there we go. There we go.
AJ,
Yeah,
want to hear a funny story?
sure.
I'm gonna put a video out on YouTube about how to deal with player character deaths for the second time.
Oh, oh
You
no.
love me. Come on.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, it can be about coping with repeat player character deaths.
There we go.
Yeah, there. See you.
Yeah.
And
Danica,
Calypsis
you'll-
is
you'll be my
amazing.
special guest.
She's amazing.
Now, what angle do you take on that if the same player has characters die in 2 campaigns?
Oh. Yeah. All right.
Isn't that the reoccurring part?
It could be. It could be. It's a good angle. We're putting a twist on it here, guys.
I see where this is going. I'm just gonna.
It, co-
I can. I'm tired. I could take a nap now. That's
it
cool.
comes from a place of love. Although I'm pretty sure we could all use a nap about now. All right. So, you guys, we are still in the town of Blackwood. You guys pretty much just wrapped things up with the combat, and Book had just kind of finished uploading the chip. Things are pretty much wound down at the moment, and you guys don't have a whole lot else going in town here. So what do you want to do?
And we still don't know what the chip does, right?
You don't.
I do.
Book does. Okay.
Book does.
Well, did he get two chips or one?
He did get
chip?
2 chips.
He knows what one does, but not
he
the
knows
other
what they
one.
I know
Both
what
do.
both do.
Yep.
Oh, he knows what they both do. Okay.
Yep.
Book is he's got no
It's
strings on him.
There's still one chip that I don't
Oh,
know
that's right. No
what it
strings.
does.
He's a real boy. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultron.
Right.
There's the original chip that we got, and I still don't know what it fucking does.
Nope. I'm actually personally enjoying that a lot.
The one
fucking
that was
hate you.
kind of broken or whatever. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've tried to decipher it once, and I haven't rolled above a 5 on either of those rolls.
Maybe you're not supposed to know.
He would have to roll well, but it just so happens both times he's rolled like shit.
And it's still around. Well, I mean that's pretty quick. So it's still around midday, right?
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
It was a brutal battle, but it was over relatively quickly. He you guys took some pain.
I immediately go to my mom and my brother.
Okay. They are exhausted at this point. As you remember, Zalia actually helped conjure rain from the storm that Baston had created to help put out the flames. But
I remember this now.
that was taxing for her. While she is considerably healthier than you had last seen her, Ari, she still is tired from exerting herself. And
She went to lie down. I think actually.
she took Thaddeus inside the hut, and I mean Thaddeus is recovering from having arrows using him as a pincushion. So
And I'm pretty hurt too.
yeah,
Is there like
I
a
think a few of you are.
tavern? Is there like a tavern or a like
I
a?
stand to
The Grinding Goblin.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Grinding Goblin is in town.
Yes.
I was hoping. Oh, there we go. Can I use a 3rd level spell slot and create 8 baboons and help recreate the chieftain's hut since it was like up in flames?
Yes. Yeah. I'll allow it.
I'll
Okay.
help with that.
Okay.
I'll summon an unseen servant.
I got an army of monkeys.
There you go. So between your summons and the efforts of you guys,
I call him Slappy.
I would say with enough time you wouldn't have any problem. There's no need to roll for this, but you guys do manage to at least do some semblance of repairs to the hut, given what materials are around.
How well of a hut did we construct?
It's not a tiny hut, I'll tell you that.
Well, the Chiefs wasn't as tiny as the other ones to begin with. So, I mean, it's not Liam's tiny hut, but yeah, I got where you're going with that.
Okay.
But you guys did decent enough repairs. It's up to the same level that it was before, which isn't necessarily saying much, but you guys have done some decent repair work.
I'm going to use the monkeys to do cleanup and all the other stuff.
Okay. There are some other buildings that took some damage on B02K's invasion as he entered town. That was what the explosion was when you guys heard him enter in the first place. So they're able to do some repairs in that regards, and again, it takes some time, but it's at least able to leave the town sufficiently enough like it was when you guys entered.
I want to try and find a cart that I can buy along with like a horse or two to pull it.
Okay. There aren't really any civilians that have a cart they can part with. The town's poor. There's not much going on here. Most of the carts that come through are just that. They're coming through either making deliveries or picking up shipments from the town, but typically belong to outside merchants.
How much would you say that 2 horses and a cart normally is?
Actually, give me a second. I can look that up for you.
I was going to ask if, with my army of monkey, it's up to an hour, so it's probably wouldn't last that long. Never mind. Are we able to craft this?
Probably not. Their capabilities would be pretty rudimentary.
All right, so they just got all the wood and then they started throwing poop at each other. Yeah,
I mean,
basically.
put enough monkeys in a room with typewriters and you have a cart.
yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
One types a C, the other. Eventually, they'll get the word out.
D&D logic.
I mean, I know.
Roll a 20. I mean, somehow they created a NASCAR.
I want to go to like a store or the tavern or something and buy like fucking armload of fucking food.
Okay. Yeah, there would definitely be a merchant there. If you're just looking for basic goods, it's actually I'm on that page already. You're looking at probably a gold for what you're looking for.
Okay. I'm gonna be coming back down the street like just laden down with like stacks of like food and like take it back to the.
Yeah, it's nothing special as far as food goes. It's all going to be pretty bland stuff, but it's food. Now, as far as a horse, like a riding horse, you're looking at about 75 gold.
Okay.
For a are you looking for like a carriage or just a basic cart?
A basic cart. Haul shit around it.
About 15 gold. And this is all stuff you'd be able to find in Cara Dune. Not as much in Blackwood, but Cara Dune it'd be fairly easy to come across.
That's 150. 165.
Yeah.
I'll give 400 gold to somebody in town if they'll sell it to me.
They just don't have it to sell. The horses you might be able to come across, but it's not that they wouldn't have the horses, it's that they might not be able to part with them. That's more
I'll
stuff.
offer 100 gold around if somebody would sell 1 horse.
POD review. Fair. Okay, so these people use these for their livelihood. How are you going to try to convince them to holy shit.
I had a lot. I
see
had a lot.
How are you going to try to convince them to part with something they need for their livelihood?
I must take this with me, and I point to the B02K unit. Unfortunately, we must go back to Cara Dune. I would like to buy a horse from you. I will give you more than what it's worth. This will help prevent future attacks if we can figure out how it works.
I'll let you roll persuasion, but it's going to be a disadvantage on this one.
Oh, Fuck, I already have a -1. Let's see if I can roll a 0, guys.
It wouldn't be the
I'm just
first
waiting.
time in this
Oh,
campaign.
I'll go help.
I rolled a 1.
I'll ask
Yes.
very nicely.
What's a 2?
Can I help him persuade?
How are you going to help him?
I am going to look very sad and
Try
I'm
to move the body.
almost in tears.
eh.
I just want to help my friend Book so we can help the village as a result of that.
Tell you what, we're gonna do something a little weird here.
I like weird.
I will let you roll a persuasion roll, Fiona.
Yeah.
And depending on what you roll, I will let him use the higher number from his roll.
Oh, okay.
This will potentially offset the disadvantage, and the 16 was first.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Boy.
I got 2 more luck points.
If you want to use it, that's up to you.
I don't know.
I just save it. I just save it. You never
that's a
know when we're
tough
gonna
one.
need it.
Yeah.
I mean, we could play a little game, I guess is the best way to put it. Is we can find somebody who's like on the outer side of town who has a horse, right?
And kill
I
them.
I can turn into a horse that's like raggedy and stuff, and you can offer money and me, the horse.
Oh my god.
So you guys then get a horse,
Got it.
and then I drop it and then walk away, and all of a sudden the horse is gone. And be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I saw something flying that way, but
I'm sensing
Flying
some
that way.
questionable
Flying.
morality here, but
Lying.
it's for the greater good.
Yeah.
I'm in the house cooking. I don't know any of this is
yeah, you have.
happening.
I'm with my family right now, so it's just kind of
Yeah.
like
I'm gonna try and figure out how to carry this B02K unit
Okay.
all the way back to Kira.
just chop him up. We all carry a piece of him.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah.
And
Disassemble
the chief ends up coming up to you guys after you guys help assemble his place, seeing you trying to convince the villagers to give up part of their livelihood. And he
Keep
says,
putting it that way, I make me sound like an asshole.
I mean, you should. He says,
The moneymaker's gone.
We can give them horses back ×2.
you know, there is another option if you're trying to transfer something like that to Cara Dune, right?
What option is that?
We get merchants that come from the city. We could send it back on one for you.
I do not trust them with this.
We would have to then escort.
We'll go with them as
I mean, that's really up to you. It's just a suggestion. Otherwise, if you've got a better plan, I just thought, I'd try to help.
Why do I spell suck?
Well,
You've got more than anybody else.
But they all suck. Fine.
When's the
Wait.
next trader coming through?
Well, one just left, so it'll be probably another few days. We could have it to you by the end of the week.
Can I see the world map, please?
Yeah.
So it took us like
I assume our carriage
4?
didn't like wait for us, did it?
No.
Like,
No.
okay, so we have to get back as well.
Mhm.
well, we did have a carriage bring us down, didn't we?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, our
I wonder
Uber
if-
left us here.
Oh, wait, no, your carriage would have stayed there. That's from the order. That's
Okay.
like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that is
Oh.
with you guys. So
well, there you
Can
go.
we put the
Yeah.
the air
Yeah.
unit on that, or is it not?
We all couldn't fit on it, but I'm sure we could put the body into it, and then
Yeah.
we
I
would then
mean-
have to walk.
I suppose with some creative rearranging, you
I'll
could.
strap them to the roof. I don't give a shit.
I got rope.
I mean, yeah, you don't really need to be delicate with it, so yeah, I suppose you could try to make that work.
Okay, that changes everything. I thought
Okay.
we
Yeah.
didn't come here in a carriage.
No,
Well,
that's
I
how you
thought
guys
the
got
carriage
there.
left. I thought the carriage left.
Nah, they would have stayed there waiting for you guys. It's like it was sent out with you guys.
Fuck yeah. Except.
Mhm.
So I will take the rest of my day trying to figure out how to do that.
Okay.
I'll help him out.
Yeah, between the two you guys managed to figure out how to strap the B02K unit to the top of the carriage and secure it fairly well. Now, do you guys want to leave right away that night? Because it will take you a few hours, and by the time you guys finish getting it all set up, getting your things in order, it'll probably be about nightfall.
I'd say come morning time we should take off.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Probably be safer.
I wanted to say I would do a quick rest while they're putting that stuff together.
you'll probably get an opportunity to do a long rest here. By the look
Okay.
of it. Now, Sierra, you were doing the cooking. What was the objective with that?
So I'm kind of at a loss, and I don't really know what to do, and I want to help like Ari and her mother and her brother, and I can't really help, so I'm just like, it's kind of one of these like making food to make everybody feel better thing. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, absolutely. You're pulling the whole Italian mother thing. Like,
Yeah.
cook all the food, feed all the people, make everything better with food.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So yeah, you make this big batch of food and manage to get it set out.
I don't want to say Sarah's not like, she's not like a gourmet cook, but she can make like decent, homey, filling food.
By your clan standards, it's probably decent. But
Yeah. To everybody else, it might be mush.
it may not,
Meal.
it may not even be awful to them, but it's probably not exactly what would be considered gourmet fine dining either.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get that set up and manage to cook a pretty substantial meal at Ari's family home. Zalia chips in and helps with some seasoning and stuff like that she has available. And by the time you guys are done, you've made a pretty substantial meal for both Ari's family and your companions. You guys do have a place to stay. Zalia does offer up her home and makes room for you guys to be able to have a place to crash, and you guys are able to sit down and have a decent sized meal together.
I'm good. I'm gonna sleep outside because there's been something I've been wanting to do for a long time. But thank you.
As you wish. But she does serve you guys up the meal and offers room for you to sleep based on those who actually want it, unless you guys have other arrangements. And was there anything else you guys wanted to do that night, or anything else you needed to do?
I want to keep a watch for a little bit.
Okay.
Just make sure nobody else comes, you know?
Okay.
I'm going to rest by the cart.
Okay. In deactivation mode?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and do that, and between you and Sarah, you guys are able to pretty effectively keep watch.
Did you see what I sent you?
Second here.
No.
I see a GIF.
Okay. Okay.
Golden Girls.
Is that to go with the contingency plan that you had given them originally?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'd just be like walking in, and then my guests are just like sitting on the bed, and I'm just like, grab a bag, just start stuffing shit in the bag.
All right. And Thaddeus actually helps you with that, kind of figuring out what you were talking about. And it doesn't take you guys long to get them packed with enough stuff to be able to make it a little while away from the family home.
After eating, I'm just gonna crash.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. Now,
Everybody do the flop.
now, to be fair, I will say Thaddeus and Zalia will not be able to fit in the carriage on the way back with everything you guys are hauling already, and yourselves. But they will be able to catch a ride on the way, like on the next transport. So
Um, how much faster would the carriage move than me?
Considerably.
What if he had Longstrider?
Horses still move faster.
Well, fine. I tried. Longstrider and jump?
I mean,
Just
it's only going to go
holds
so
onto the
far.
side of the carriage.
The,
It only lasts like
the
an
other
hour,
part
I
of
think.
right, the other part of that is like it's a 3-day trip. The spells are going to last a much shorter time than the endurance of
yeah.
a horse.
Low column A, low column B. I mean,
Why don't we have like my mother and brother like on the horses? They're just one horse.
hire them out. Think about the horses.
Can one of them ride
So-
up front with the
Since
the
one is
driver?
a sickly elf woman and then a child.
Well, the elf woman's not so sickly anymore.
Well,
But yes,
a
Thaddeus
used
is
to
not
be
exactly large.
sickly
I would say
elf woman.
yes, but at this point you guys are getting to the point where the amount of things you're carrying are going to increase the trip by about a day.
Okay.
You'll be able to do it, but it is going to slow
gonna be
down your
right back.
travel. Okay. Does that work for you guys? Is that going to be an issue or no?
It's no
I just
issue.
want
No.
my
Oh.
family safe.
No, that's fine. I just didn't know if it was something that was going to be an issue for guys. So yeah, as long as it's not a problem, then absolutely. So yeah, you guys can figure that out. You'll be able to get them there. We'll increase the day by a trip. Is there anything else you guys need to do that night, or you guys are pretty much passed out? And then Fierna, was there a particular reason that you wanted to sleep outdoors?
long rest.
You are muted.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yes, I am making a tiny red hut. And I'm sleeping in it.
Okay, so you're using Leoma's tiny hut?
Yes.
Fantastic. All right. So yeah, you guys have all your sleeping arrangements pretty well taken care of at the moment. And you're able to get a full rest in. You get a full night's sleep, completely uninterrupted. And even with you guys keeping stand, doesn't seem to be any other interruption. Nobody else seems to come. The night is quiet. Following morning, you guys wake up at dawn, and the rider is there with the carriage ready to go as you guys load up and prepare to make the trip back to Cara Dune. Is there anything else you need to do in the morning before you depart?
Have breakfast.
We get leftovers, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, there's more than enough food there for you guys to be able to eat as well off of what you bought from the food there.
Produce flame to heat up the rations. Yum, yum, yum.
I take care of Arlen. Give him some rabbit.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, aside from that, there's nothing else to really worry about. You guys are at full hit points, full spell slots. You're good to go. And you guys can make your trip, excuse me, on the way back to Cara Dune. It is a little bit longer trip. It's a pretty uneventful trip as you guys make your way along the path. You can see Zalia and Thaddeus are fairly intrigued by the trip itself, as the two of them have probably, well, Thaddeus has never really been on a long trip like that, and for Zalia it's probably been quite some time. But yeah, you guys make it back to Cara Dune again. No issues. It's a relatively quiet trip, but when you guys arrive in Cara Dune, everything is much less quiet. As you guys enter the town, everybody seems to be hustling around. There's a bustle to the city as they seem to be preparing for something. Some sort of celebration of sorts. What it is...
Do we know?
Would we know?
Yeah.
No, you've been away for about a week at this point, so you're not really sure what's going on at the moment.
But
here.
it's not like a holiday time, like a
No, it's
holiday
not
or
a
festival or
holiday.
anything.
Yeah, it's not a holiday celebration. It's something else.
So I would grab a random like passerby that doesn't look too busy, I would say, excuse me, we've been gone for about a week. What's with all the get go?
Oh, it's a celebration for actually the commander, Commander Albright.
Commander.
Yeah, the church is holding a recognition ceremony in the cathedral
What?
Why? Recognition for what?
for years of service directly to the church. I mean, it marks about 25 years of service on her part alone. That's pretty substantial.
It is.
And she's the commander of what?
The Cinder
The
Knights?
Cinder Knights.
I thought.
You guys have interacted with Jaren.
Yeah.
And he's
He's like our lieutenant or
I
Yeah.
whatever.
thought Jaren was the commander. That's my bad.
yeah, no, he's not like top in charge or anything like that. That is Madeline Albright. She is the top commander of the Cinder Knights.
25 years of
Oh.
service.
Yep.
Okay.
So regardless, we need to find a place for your mother and your brother to stay.
That's true. Fiona.
Hmm?
Do you think Lady Scarlet would watch my mother and father or watch my mother and brother while I try and get a
I can find a
home for
safe.
them?
I don't think I even need to go through her. Can I do that, AJ?
I would say using one of your agents, you could probably find a safe house that they could be stashed in.
Yeah, that's a
Alright.
good idea.
So yeah, you'd have a contact.
Okay, we can do that.
Might actually be able to utilize that time to find and talk with her to see what she knows about the the demon figure that your father.
Killian's is a
Made a
safe
deal with.
house, right? Cillian's is a safe house. He might know about,
Safe. It's alcoholic. Yeah.
or he
It's a haven.
he said he's
The
he said he's a haven.
With a child?
Well, he might know a good place, and he also might know. He also might know about this demon he's in contact with.
Little column A, little column B.
Questionable,
What was
you
the
know,
demon's name?
entities.
He didn't
Did
give
we
us
ever-
a name.
Oh,
He didn't have his
He
name.
a
was
He
just-
just
mysterious demon that speaks
Oni.
in riddles.
He's an Oni.
Oni still skin.
He's yeah.
Oni still skin.
He's only
Oh,
been
no.
referred to as the Oni.
Oni baloney.
So the Oni of Blackwood.
hmm
What a
The
title.
Blackwood Swamp, to be exact.
Yeah, the Oni of the Blackwood Swamp. How do you like that?
Ooh.
He's only
So-
broken one contract.
Hate to know his first and last name with a title that long.
You assume he only has 2 names.
You're
Oh,
right.
you already have a name for him?
No.
9 of them.
No.
No. He hasn't used a name.
He forgot his name ages ago. Maybe I'm like Ari's like thinking I was like, you know, my brother's at that age. I kind of don't want him in the brothel.
That'll be all right.
No,
Start
probably-
grab,
Take care of him.
Fiona
grab my
can find
mom
him
and my
a-
brother's
I'll find a
hand,
place. I'll
Fiona
find a
can
place
up
for them.
too.
Yeah,
and
I have a contact specifically for this.
Okay. Yeah, I would say you can definitely reach out to your contacts, see if there's somebody in, like, see if there's some place that would be a sort of safe haven. Give me,
Should I bring it up?
Yeah, go ahead and pull it up. I want to see what the exact reading on that is.
All right. I'll have to cut and paste.
Okay. Feature safe haven. Look at that.
Yeah.
Hey!
That's what I am.
As a faction agent, you have access to a secret network of supporters and operatives who can provide assistance on your adventures. You know a set of secret signs and passwords you can use to identify such operatives who can provide you with access to a hidden safe house, free room
Yes.
and board, or assistance in finding information. These agents never risk their lives for you or risk revealing their true identities. Let's have you roll an investigation check for this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Well,
I could help her.
Okay. What would your means of assisting her be?
Like helping her like find a good at least like maybe area that looks safe.
Okay.
do I feel like I'm struggling to find someone to help me?
Yeah,
Well-
it's finding the contact itself or coming
The way it
across
seems
them.
like
Because I don't know
these
why.
people would be like identified by something, like not just anything, like on their person.
But like a hand
It's-
gesture or something.
It's more one
or-
of those
Something
things
like that,
like,
or like a brooch or something.
it's more one of those things like they are agents that you have access to, but you don't know their individual lives. You don't know their individual schedules. So finding these people and coming across them is where the struggle is. It's not that you don't have access to them. It's not that you don't know how to recognize them, but being able to seek them out would be the only potential issue. Now, I will say you can roll with advantage on this because Ari assisted you in that and finding a place where they might reside.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, Cara Dune is a large city. Now, okay, yeah. So it's not a difficult check because again, you know what to look for. But a 6 was a pretty crappy roll. Yeah,
Okay.
so it takes you a while. It does take a while, but you do manage to come across an operative who, after spotting out some of the familiar markings that they have, they indicate that they are a sort of faction agent that you were looking for. And after some conversation, you guys are able to. There you go. There's the hand signal for you. They are able to kind of lead you to a bit of a safe house. And it's actually not too far from Cillian's bar. It is in that area, but it's like an upper story room that very much resembles an apartment, but actually has kind of a secret entrance to it so that they can come and go as need be without drawing attention.
All right. That work for you, Ari?
Yes, as long as they're safe, it's anything is fine.
Just don't ask them questions, and I'll be fine.
And Fiona, with your knowledge of the workings, the safe house is going to be protected. While you may not be able to see the sentries, other people may not be able to see the sentries, there is a sense of guardianship over the safe house. It is
Yeah.
protected.
They just don't like to reveal much about
Exactly.
themselves.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
So they
I
get
think
settled
so.
in there. Yeah, they're able to get settled into the apartment. And what is everybody else doing while they make these arrangements?
Sorry, go
You
ahead,
go.
Logo.
No, you good.
Okay, I'm going to use my Shelter of the Faithful to go to my temple.
Okay. And what does that ability do? Go ahead and
I got you.
While he's doing that now, I'm gonna go to the shopping area
okay.
and I'm looking for more potion.
Okay. Give me just a moment.
Yep.
As an acolyte, you command the respect of those who share your faith, and you can perform the religious ceremonies of your deity. And you and your adventuring companions can expect to receive free healing and care at the temple. You guys are at full hit points anyway, so that's fine. Still, you must provide any material components needed for the spells, blah, blah, blah. Those who share your religion will support you, but only you at a modest lifestyle. So, I mean, you guys pretty much have a room and board through your temple, so you're good there. You might also have ties to a specific temple dedicated to your chosen deity or pantheon, and you have a residence there. This could be the temple where you used to serve, or a temple where you have found a new home. While near your temple, you can call upon the priest for assistance, provided the assistance you ask for is not hazardous and you remain in good standing with your temple. So what is it that you are looking to accomplish at the temple?
Well, we already had assassins try and come after us at the our usual residence. So my other temple that I go to, I am looking for room and board there.
Okay. And so which temple? Because there are temples to each of the gods. You do follow a good fair few of them.
I follow a couple.
One or two.
There we go. You know what? Why not Prezu?
Prezu? Okay, let me pull up.
Zuzu.
The Zuzu, is that what you said?
Yeah. From
Zuzu.
Futurama.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I was like, that sounds familiar.
I can imagine book like this, like the professor was rising up out of the pool of eternal youth.
Prezu. Okay. The patron of kings. All right.
And I'm going to seek room and board there in a private room with a lock
Ooh.
on it.
Okay. And yeah, they absolutely are able to set you up with something there. They have a sort of room off to the back of the temple itself, which has mostly been served as storage, but in dire times been able to be converted into a sleeping quarters, and as such they have a sort of cot in there. Granted, you don't necessarily need that sort of thing, but it's nothing glorious, but it is functional.
Is there a table or anything in there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
Small
I'm
writing
gonna go.
table.
I'm gonna go back and get the B02K unit and store him there,
Okay.
and try and find Tinkerer's tools while I'm at it.
Where are you looking for the Tinkerer's tools?
In the shops, as many shops as I need to until I find them.
Okay. I would say, yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult to find a set of Tinkerer's tools. It'll probably be about 1 gold for the set.
Yeah.
But it's definitely
Great.
something you can find in town there. We're going to go back to Baston. You return to find the shop there with the potion keeper you guys saw before. He's got a meager setup, but there are a few thick red liquid potions there.
Oh boy. I'm an inquirer. Hello, sir.
Welcome back. Welcome back. What can I do for you?
Health potions. Do you have any more left? Any more new in stock, even?
Well, got these. And you can see that he probably came back while you guys were gone. He's got a few normal healing potions there. He's got 4 of them. They are normal healing potions, but they're 50 gold a pop.
As a returning customer, is there any way I can maybe persuade you for a little bit of a discount?
I'm gonna have gone with Bastion, by the way.
Okay, so you went with Bastion?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just gonna look really intimidating behind him.
So you're trying to intimidate him into giving you a better price. Is that what you're doing?
I have no
I'm
idea
not.
what she's doing
I'm
behind
just-
me, so if she's intimidating, I am oblivious.
Okay. Didn't I give you guys a discount last time?
No, not that I know of. I know I bought all of your health.
No, we didn't get to
and
haggle.
I know for a fact. I even tipped you.
Damn.
Huh?
You're right. All right. Just this one time, though.
Ah, that's what I like to hear.
Tell you what. Buy 3, I'll give you the 4th one free.
Deal.
All right, so
I like that.
it'll be 150 gold. You'll get 4 healing potions. And as soon as he hands you the potions, he starts tearing down his shop again. Just
What? He's got nothing else?
no.
Okay. This is good business.
I mean, he's in the busiest town in the area here as pretty much the only potion merchant. So
Oh, I suppose.
you just bought him out. He's going to tear down his
Okay.
stuff until the next shipment comes.
All right. Why is... Oh, what kind of... You said normal healing, right?
Yeah, they're just standard healing potions.
Potion of healing.
Potion of healing, yeah.
Try to add items and just put healing into it, and it just says greater, superior, and supreme, which none of those are what I want. So, okay.
I mean, you may want them, but they're not what you got.
There's 4. I've already got 3 in my inventory, so.
Okay, yeah, you can just, I think you can just click a plus
Yeah.
or something like that and add to
Yep.
it. Okay.
Okay. Minus 150. And is there... I can't use metal.
Mm-mm. And Sarah, while he's kind of thinking there, what is it that you're looking for in the shops?
Tira is looking for poison.
Poison. Okay. Anything?
Something to, like, coat the tips of her arrows.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. After, you know what? Give me an investigation check.
No, no bueno.
Okay.
-1.
Now, if Baston wants to help in this pursuit, I would say he could assist you in trying to find something and you'd be able to roll with advantage.
Oh,
Because you are traveling together. You're both searching the
like
bazaar.
probably something with venomous beasts. Oh, maybe
Maybe.
something we can even milk the venom from. Investigation, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a +1 in that. Let's see what I get. Oh, well,
Hey. That's better.
yeah, it's not a
Not
1.
terrible. As you guys kind of discuss what it is you're looking for, you begin perusing the bazaar. Now, before I come back to that, Ari, you spent that whole time just with Fiona, right? Just looking, because it would have taken you a little while. I'm assuming.
Actually, I wanted to go to the Temple of Apothos if I had a moment.
Okay, yeah, you'll definitely get a chance to do that.
Okay.
And was there anything else for you, Ari?
I would just be helping my mom and my brother get settled in,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
I would go mini house hunting.
Give him some spending cash.
Oh, is the mansion up for sale and is it on discount since people died in it?
And it's haunted. It's haunted.
And it's haunted?
You're talking
We didn't
about
find it, did we?
Riss's
It's a
mansion,
feature.
right?
Yes.
Nope, it has not gone up for sale yet.
I thought it was.
Fuck.
No, that wasn't Riss's mansion. That was
His father?
Well,
that was
yeah.
Richard's.
Yeah, there
Richard
was
Baindragon.
Richards. You guys went to Riss's
Oh,
as
that's right,
well
we
at
went
one
to-
point. So
That's right.
yeah,
Yeah, we went to one and then the other. Or-
yep.
Yeah.
Riss is the one that had the portal.
This is the alcohol talking. Sorry.
And it's for
And,
sale.
and Richards is the
It
one
is
that had the
not for sale.
bloodbath.
Yeah, Richards is the one that they're probably still working on cleaning.
It's
It
gonna
needs
to
take
be
them
for
forever
sale.
to get blood out of the marble.
I mean, you can't get blood out of marble. You just got to replace it. I have no idea if that's true.
Okay. All right. So back to Baston and Sarah. You guys begin perusing the markets a bit and looking through the bazaar, trying to find a shop that might have something more suited to your needs for poison. And as you make your way around kind of a back corner, you hear a "Psst, hey, hey." And he kind of motions you back. It's a figure who's wearing a cloak pulled up over his head and even got kind of a mask on, concealing his face a bit.
Mustache.
The cloak is black, but the mask is a vibrant blue. So,
Like, go to Blueface.
for something not necessarily what you'd find in the market here, huh?
Yes, I think so.
Perhaps I can be of assistance. For a price, of course.
Oh. What's that price?
100 gold for a meeting.
For just a meeting. You couldn't lower that for us.
No, I cannot, and I will not.
Do you have any workings with Cillian, though?
No.
No.
I work with some different people.
What does a meeting get us?
A meeting.
Potential access to imported goods you can't necessarily find elsewhere in the bazaar.
Have these, Sierra? Wait, 100 for each?
Sure.
Oh, 100 for
This
both.
is 100 for both.
You see my puny friend, he can't go anywhere by himself.
It's
Yeah.
true. I'm quite weak.
You're not wrong. He looks pretty pathetic, actually.
Look at my muscles.
See?
I
Fine,
flex
fine.
my non-muscly arm.
Fine. 100 gold. Both of you will get in.
I'll hand him 50.
I'm going to turn around and pull out 50 and turn around and hand him the 50.
Are you doing anything slick with the 50?
No, I just don't want him to see how much money I actually have.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I have my money stashed in like lots of separate little places, so nobody knows
like it.
how much
I
I
like it.
have.
Okay, yeah, so tell you what, Baston, give me a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm. You're trying to be sneaky about something you're doing with your hands so as to conceal something else. That is pretty much... Yeah, okay. All right.
I'm wearing a cloak. I mean, that should help.
You think you're being sneaky with, turning around and trying to hide how much money you've got. Sierra, as he does this, you see the cloaked figure kind of glances over, but doesn't necessarily seem super interested in how much money Baston seems to have. All right, follow me. And he
Nudge Sarah and be like, "Mom always said be extra, safe."
I leaned down and whispered to Bastion, I think he saw how much you had. You were not very sneaky.
And as you guys walk forward, he calls back to you. I can hear you, right? As he leads you down, and he leads you down into a back alleyway, which is farther off the beaten path and into what seems to be a very dark corridor with so much going on in the alley, so much stashed in there that it almost conceals the light. And as he takes you to the back of the alley, he turns left into what appears to be a dead end before knocking on a wall, and the wall shifts away. There. Caldwell will see you now.
Is there anything else that I kind of see that's like anybody else that's sort of like watching?
Give me a perception.
Like a quick.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
You're just kind of glancing around, trying to perceive if there's...
Just really quick.
Right, it's just... I wouldn't say it's a full-blown investigation or anything. Okay.
Okay. 26.
You don't see people. What you see are the occasional blue gems embedded into the tops of the walls in the alley around, which appear to be somewhat magical in nature, as there's a tiny, almost unnoticeable flash of light as you walk by each of them.
They have a surveillance system.
They're taking our photos.
It's CCTV.
And so the cloaked figure kind of steps aside and motions for you to enter.
Would you say Caldwell? Is what you said?
Caldwell.
All right.
I give our blue-faced friend a little bow, and I go in.
All right. And as you guys step in, the wall closes behind you, and the cloaked figure is out of sight. As you guys go down the stairs into a separate room, the walls are lined in similar crystals to what you saw, but these ones give off a faint light, illuminating the room in this faint blue light. At the end of the room, there is a fairly confident-looking figure sitting rather comfortably in a large chair, as though he'd been waiting your presence. This figure is very human to the appearance. There seems to be nothing out of place with him, with the exception of the fact that he seems dressed very regally for the area of town that he is in.
Wrigley?
Regally.
Who is over
Regal.
there with?
Gotcha.
Who's there with this guy?
It's just Syrah and Baston.
Okay.
And you also appear to be the only ones in the room with him that you can see.
Weird happened.
Even while glancing around with myself as well. I think I've got no, I don't. Never mind. Okay.
Yep.
Can I make out? Oh, you said he was human. Never mind. Nope. I'm gonna shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any candles around the place?
No, the crystals are the only things illuminating the room.
Okay. Well, I was just like candles from what I can tell.
Nope, no candles.
Okay.
Welcome. We've been watching you.
Before I say anything to screw this up, Syrah.
For how
Yeah.
long?
Long enough. Syrah and Baston.
Oh, you must be
Just
Caldwell.
kinda shocked look.
That would be accurate. Don't worry, Baston. It's my job to know these things.
And other than perhaps a procurer of non-mundane goods, what else do you do?
I do a lot of things, but non-mundane goods is my specialty.
May I ask why you would watch us?
Well, in my line of work, it helps to know exactly who you're dealing with before you deal with them.
Fair.
Besides, I'm fairly certain by this point you've probably heard of us.
Who is us?
Perhaps.
The Cerulean Court?
Oh, I believe that name has passed by us a time or two, yes?
I'm sure it has. Our name typically does not get mentioned in this city without us hearing about it.
Where's my notes?
Yeah, it's been a minute. I gotta find my notes. It's like, I know we've heard of it, but fuck, I don't remember all the details.
Fireball.
No.
Just my dog like that, I do.
Fireball! Ow! Where was
I
it?
didn't write it down. I don't have it
Oh,
written down
wow.
anywhere.
I'm trying to find it.
I've taken really poor notes, apparently. Because I know... See, I thought it was right here. Where
My notes seem to be of water damaged. I can't make out a certain section, so
I will say my very
But
first
yes,
page is terrible
heard.
because I did spill water all over my very first page. But it wasn't the
look.
first page.
The perils of food, drink, and gaming.
I know.
Don't touch the seeds.
Don't touch
Yeah.
the seeds.
You guys would have heard of them not too long ago, I can tell you that
Yeah, okay.
Well, and I
so-
will say I've taken very poor notes the last couple sessions.
much. That
so
is unfortunate.
that is probably when we heard of them because I was like, I know it wasn't too long ago, but I don't have anything written down.
Within the last couple sessions.
But they're sort of like the underground guild, like,
Basically.
right?
Basically, yeah.
So like the oh my goodness, the Brotherhood, The Dark Brotherhood.
So if you have been watching us,
Ish.
if you have been watching us, does that mean you want something from us?
Not yet, but I'm sure in the future you'll have use to us.
I mean, we're not opposed to side jobs, but we're also, you know.
Suffice to say, you're not the only ones we watch. We play all the angles, and at some point, we may have use for you just as you may have use for us.
I think I might have found it. It was in last month. It was last month near the beginning of the month. Who was it? Irving. Irving mentioned in his note about how they wanted to make contact with the Cerulean court.
Oh,
I
did he?
guess I never
Okay.
wrote it
Yeah, it was
down.
Irving's note. I didn't write down. But yeah, I'd written down we fought him and there was a note, but I didn't write down what was in the note. Okay.
Whoopsie!
Got it.
So, may I ask
talked
if you
about
have
doping.
dealings with Irving Banedragon? I know he was attempting to make contact with you.
Tempting, yes. He is of no interest to us.
Well, that is reassuring.
Well, the Bane Dragons we've always considered to be a bit small time. Your order is interesting, though.
The Cinder Knights?
Yes. A long history, riddled with, well, not so great moments if you ask me, but that's neither here nor there. We're more interested in you and your traveling party.
Why would we be of interest?
Oh, recent dealings is all.
Recent dealings with whom?
Oh, well, the Bane Dragons themselves are of little interest. The things they're getting involved in are potentially troubling.
You're telling me.
Of
We've
course.
encountered a few things.
Well, couple that with the fact that you seem to be delving into the Knights of Ash a bit, which we have interest in. Mainly due to our lack of knowledge on them.
Ah, yes. Learning of them is a bit difficult, seems.
Yes, that would be one accurate way of putting it. Knowing things is our business. We don't like it when we don't know things about people.
They're the Court of Owls. That's what they are.
So why have you asked us?
Flying around in here?
Why have you asked us here today? You could have made contact with us at any time. Sounds like.
Potentially accurate. However,
Sounds like they're waiting for the proper time.
you've just arrived back in town and there's a ceremony that's going to take place in the near future, which directly pertains to you and your companions.
Only because it is our commander.
That's enough of a connection. What I'm more intrigued about is what may happen at said ceremony.
You expect trouble?
Well, from the way I understand it, Cardinal Valerius himself is going to be presenting the offering to your commander. The person directly in charge of the church being out in the open does seem as though it might cause potential problems.
Cardinal what?
Valerius.
Valerius.
Well, I assure you, we hold no allegiance nor love for your order itself. Watching the way things potentially play out is fascinating to us, and there's been whisper that things might go awry at the ceremony. I'm offering you this information as a
In
bit...
good faith.
You could say that. A bit of a favor in exchange for perhaps a potential favor on your part.
I just look at Bastion.
Huh?
I just look at you. Like, oh.
Look at it as a bit of an olive branch, if you will.
I know we've come seeking other things as well.
Ah, yes, poison for arrows. That is fairly trivial, but can be done.
But wait, that's what Sierra's looking for.
And what is it you're looking for?
I need information.
On?
Potentially an encyclopedia of all of the animals comprehensive in this world.
I just look at Bastion like, what?
I'm just going to look at Sierra and finger to my lips, shh, and then fingers to her lips, shh, and just roll with it.
Intriguing. And what do you have to offer for such a thing?
Money.
That's adorable.
It's what I have.
Hmm.
My money and my humor.
Come back to me when you have something we need.
I turn and look at Caldwell and I say, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go for it. I need to roll first.
I said, this ceremony, you think something will go wrong?
I have a feeling.
Is that what you're looking to happen? Or you just...
It doesn't really affect me either way.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I think
you just want information of what happened?
I think
Sounds
what
like
I'm
you'll
more
get that on your
curious
own.
about is how you handled the situation. It's really up to what you and your compatriots decide to do with this information. And how it all plays out is of what interests me.
You wanted information.
I do.
We're already gathering that information. You get me the information that I need from that book, and I'll get you whatever information you want about the Knights of Ash.
When you have substantial information to give me, then we can make a deal.
Okay.
May
Can
I
I
ask
puff
you,
up at him and be like,
I just kind of push Bastion back down.
It won't be that hard.
Yeah.
He needs all the zoo books.
I need my books. Okay.
Your interest in the Knights of Ash, is it purely from a academic standpoint? Or you have reason?
Yes.
Wait.
He's just sitting there with a pretty smug look on his face right now.
That's a me answer, dude.
And Caldwell sits there with just like an abundance of confidence and probably a bit of arrogance.
Can I, you mentioned poison for my arrows. Is that something you could give me?
Yes.
I looked in the bazaar.
It's not something you'll find there, but I do have a small reserve.
I kind of hold out my hand. Large, meaty paw.
He reaches down beside him and pulls up just a tiny vial of this deep, dark green, almost blackish looking liquid. Like, it's so dark that it only takes on a green hue when the light hits it. And it's thick. I have enough for probably a few of your arrows.
I'm not looking for all of them, just some.
That's fair. You'll get a few uses out of this.
How much for that?
Consider it part of the offering. And he reaches out his hand with the vial for you.
I'll take the vial. And I look back at Bastion and I say, you know what the Bastion has asked for. And I lean forward a little bit. Not intimidating, just lean forward a little bit. And I say, kind of softly, I say, I don't know what you know. And I'm not sure exactly what I know yet of these knights. But I will tell you, not all of their families were wiped out. And I turn and leave.
Intriguing. And as you leave, like as she walks away from him, Bastin, you just see this smile spread across his lips, but he doesn't say anything. And then he just kind of raises a hand and motions for you to leave.
Okay. I'm just gonna turn around and walk up.
Okay. You guys walk up, and as you get to the top of the stairs, the pathway opens up for you to exit the building again. And as you exit the building and step down to the end of the alley, when you go to turn right and leave, as you look back, any trace that there was anything there is gone. The blue crystals, gone. Even the end of the alley looks different than it did before.
Illusion.
What a fucking edgy asshole.
Ooh.
Do we see the blue face guy anywhere?
No, he's gone. He's gone.
Edgelord. Edgelord Caldwell.
Maybe he's just got access to some cool toys.
It's Lord
That's
Caldwell.
true. I'm gonna make my way to the libraries.
Okay. And Sarah,
I'll
what
go
do
with
you do?
him.
Okay, you're
I'll go
heading
with
back
him.
to the library.
She's my protector.
You are very tiny
One.
and squishy.
I'm gonna need pop-up books at the library flipping through. So
Book, let's come back to you. You've managed to get back to the B02K unit with your Tinkerer's kit.
Yes.
What is it you're looking to accomplish?
I also want to head to Riss's place.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when you get there,
Let's
it's...
make it interesting.
I'll be right back.
Okay. When you get there, it still looks like it's been fairly abandoned for a while. Not much has changed.
I'm gonna look for any notes that he has taken. Anything like that. Any books on it. Stuff like that, because I know he had the whatchamacallit thing. The library. That's what it's called. Yeah.
So you're looking for notes on what, the different B0 units, or...
How to make one.
Okay. You get there, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
I think I know where you're going with this, and
No,
I
we real
fully 100% approve.
We have the
21.
technology.
Okay. As you investigate the premises, you discover, well, there aren't any books on making a unit. The knowledge that he had on making the unit was probably his own, but what you do come across is a series of schematics. The schematics you come across are for a couple different models that look similar to you. Now, let me pull this up real quick.
How many schematics are there?
I'll let you know in just a moment. Okay. There are 3 other schematics there. Well, technically there's 5, 2 of which you recognize. And the others are similar, but not of what you know. The 2 you recognize are schematics for the B02K unit and the B03K unit.
Okay.
The ones you do not recognize are schematics of 3 other units. All of them have
It's
the
a
labels.
safe assumption that they're the other ones.
Yes.
Perfect.
Now, while it's not necessarily anything detailed that you would understand, as you're not a craftsman of these sort of things, you are able to pick out bits of information that you recognize just due to the fact that you have some of these similar components. Lists of abilities and features to some of these units are listed on the schematics as well. For the B01K unit, there is a series of crystals and mirrors that work in accordance with a chip. And from your understanding, it uses this to either A, blend into its surroundings, or B, change its visuals. The B04K unit, as you look over the schematics, you notice the arms have separations and partitions in them that allowed them to split and shift, severing into 4 separate arms, each of them able to equip a piece of weaponry. The Absolution unit, the details get a little more blurry, as there are functionality that you find in each of the other blueprints that seem to be assembled in this unit, but not in any way that seems familiar to the other units. Almost as though this unit, being the last of them, was created in a different way to either optimize or find ways to use the other components, but it doesn't specifically list which ones were by default installed into it. The Absolution unit, from everything you can tell, was meant to take the best of all the units that came before it. I don't know what Sierra said there, but I saw the lips moving.
I said, it's the final boss.
All right. I also want to take the crystals,
Okay.
put them into the thing again.
Okay. Yeah, you insert them into the portal, and there they are.
Time slows down again.
It's same functionality as it did before, but there's less to interact with. There's less people there to see how it's affecting things.
It's still not all the crystals, right? We haven't found any.
Right.
The rest of them, right?
You haven't found the rest of them.
I'm gonna go out to the fountain out front now.
Okay.
This time,
Mm-hmm.
and take a look at that.
Okay.
See if I find anything out there.
The remnants of the shards that were left from Syrah's clan members are still in the pond from before. That hasn't changed. But nothing else in the area has changed.
And all those crystals shattered in their foreheads, right?
Yep.
All right, I go and collect the stones and go back to the church.
Okay.
And start dissecting B02K.
Okay. Now, you're not proficient with the Tinker tool, so you won't get any sort of proficiency bonus with this. What are you looking to accomplish as you do so?
See how things go together, why things go together.
Okay.
Pretty much like taking a toaster apart when you were a kid, just to see how it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me an investigation roll.
Nope.
Okay. I mean, you're able to tear it apart to an extent. You know enough about the way it's built to be able to reassemble some of the parts. Nothing is really speaking to you as far as any sort of deeper knowledge of the build or functionality of the unit.
Yeah.
Will that be it?
Nope. Yep.
Okay.
Fully it.
All right, Fiona. You make it back to the Temple of Apithos, and the place is pretty busy. There are temple members that are hustling around the temple as they're grabbing things and moving them to another building, which is known as the Grand Cathedral.
Okay, so if I was to walk up to the altar, there's probably been like 100 people there.
Yeah, there's a ton of people in the room. They seem very uninterested in you or what you're doing there, as they have other stuff to do, but the place is packed.
Is there like a storage closet or some little thing I can kind of duck into?
The confessional would be
Oh,
the
that would be a great spot, actually.
yeah, that would be the only place that would actually probably be empty at this moment.
All right. I'm going to head in there and start drawing a pentagram on the floor in the way I would
Give me
do
Father
a
Brian.
summon.
Summon demons.
No, hang on. A pathos.
Okay.
Is that where you are?
No, thank
Okay.
God.
No.
Take a pathos.
I'm not summoning a demon.
Take a
Well, I don't
pathos.
know.
If somebody would catch you, they would probably call me and force me to like enforce their church rules. I just turned bad.
Okay.
No, calm down. It'll be okay. Okay, I'm gonna start doing that. Like I would be summoning, but I'm not summoning. Instead, I am going to spill some of my blood
Mhm.
in the center
Right.
and ask what I sent you in a private message.
Okay.
If you want to go over that.
Yeah, I'm
I can say it if you want.
I'm actually going over it right now.
Okay. It's been a while since I prayed to Daddy.
Okay. Give me a prayer check.
Okay.
You are just rumbling up a storm, ain't you, Goose?
No.
Oh, somebody's being lovey-dovey.
I love purple kitties.
What?
They're-
To that?
When they're all rumbly.
What did I just
He's
do?
like, keep going, bitch.
Okay, I didn't actually.
She's reaching.
Look at that paw. Look at that paw.
I know.
Hi, Luce.
Ah!
The other one's
Oof.
digging into my arm.
I'm gonna
Oh.
re-roll that.
Okay. Using one of your luck.
I can, yes.
Well, you have all three now because you did get that long rest.
Goose, goose.
That's better.
Okay.
I have a
Yeah.
question when there's a second.
Sure. What's the question? We'll come back to that.
Before we left Blackwood, before we really ended the last session, there was talk of what spell was going to be put on the arrow and given to me. Was that done, or is that still?
That was not done. You guys had not done that
I
yet.
think we were still in debate as to what we were going to put on it.
Mm-hmm. You guys
So-
never really settled on anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's still empty.
Mm-hmm. So, Fiona,
Yes.
as you make your pentagram in the small confessional, as you reach out to Apithos, the din and chaos outside of the small little room you're in begins to fade away into nothingness until you hear nothing except absolute silence. And in the back of your mind, you hear a familiar voice. What is it, child? I've heard your call.
Yes, my lord. I'm so sorry to bother you, but I fear I need some guidance.
What is it that you need guidance on?
Well, I have been hearing of these outside forces like the Knights of Ash and how they are related to someone in the group, and it worries me so much. And there's so much going on. There's these warforged robots. I have no idea how this is connected. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I don't really have a goal for myself right now. I should be. I feel like I'm a little bit lost as to why I'm staying with these particular travelers, and it worries me a lot. I want to grow powerful. I want to grow stronger. I want to be an asset and learn everything there is in the world of magic. And I don't know what I'm doing right now, and I pray that you can offer some sort of guidance. It's not what the one thing is that you're thinking in general. I saw that.
Let me be clear about something.
Okay.
My goals are your goals, but the path to power leads through the Knights of Ash. Your companion's ties to them is nothing for you to be concerned about. Rather, perhaps you can use that to your own use.
What do you mean?
The Knights of Ash are not necessarily what everyone thinks they are. Neither are the Cinder Knights. Be wary of those within the temple.
But my lord, there's confusion even to as to who you are.
I'm exactly who I said I am. There's never been any
I know
question
that.
about that.
But so many of them don't.
Well then, perhaps part of your path is to show them the way.
How will I do that?
I suggest you'll figure something out. I have absolute faith in you, my dear.
Well, I'll try my best.
And I have every bit of confidence you'll succeed. Your companions are perhaps embroiled in something that they don't even know the depths of just yet, but they will.
Well, I wish I could help them more as well.
Your presence will become relevant.
All right.
I am very much getting the feeling Amphidel will make some sort of move soon. And unfortunately, the followers of a faith that is supposed to believe in me know not of what's coming. Keep your eyes and ears open.
Thank you very much. And if there's anything else I can do, please let me know.
Don't worry, I will. And with that, the connection in the back of your mind goes blank again. You can no longer feel that presence as the sound from the rooms begin to refill your ears at first a small volume and then increasing back to the chaos that it was before your connection had started.
Okay. I smile and I leave.
Okay. And you step out of the room as though nothing had happened. All right.
All right. I will. I don't know where everyone is.
Everybody's kind of scattered at the
I went
moment
by
here.
myself.
Ari,
Pretty split.
I'll just hang out in the church and just kind of observe
okay.
what's going on, since I got a kind of a warning there. So.
Okay. Ari, let's come back to you. You've kind of finished getting your family set up in the safe house there. What are you doing from there?
I think I'd like kind of let them chill out, and then I would like kind of just walk around the city, kind of just looking at all the hustle and bustle, and like kind of messing with my right hand a little bit,
Okay. The full arm gauntlet.
like fidgeting my hand because it's just like so uneasy. I'm still kind of getting to terms with it.
Give me a perception check.
Being fully on my body now.
Ooh.
Perception?
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
So, as you fidget with the gauntlet that's very firmly planted on your arm, you begin to notice that it's not even as though your arm shifts within the gauntlet. The gauntlet seems to be very much a part of your arm now, to the point where even interaction with the gauntlet, you can feel as though you were touching something with bare skin. It is not just a gauntlet, but it has become a part of you.
Oh no, it's infused with my body.
Yes.
It's a parasite.
Oh no, I'm Yang now.
Soon the voices will start.
Ooh, fuck, bro. So I'm just kind of like, what the hell? Really wanted checked us that bad, didn't you? And then I go to Cillian's.
Okay. Baston and Syrah, where do you guys
During
head to?
this, well, we were on our way to the library.
Right.
Sierra's following me because I'm me.
You're gonna fuck somebody's wife.
It's very squishy.
And also prone to making bad decisions.
Indeed.
At any point in
I am
our
voice of reason.
traveling,
That's scary.
does Ari see us at all in passing? Since I assume she didn't know we were done went to the bazaar. So
Mhm.
after we had left the bazaar on our way to the library,
I would say
since you
due to
said
the
she was out
timing, you
walking
guys
around.
would probably at least distantly cross paths to where you would at least see each other as she's on her way to Cillian's and you're on your way to the library.
Okay. I'm gonna let her know we're going to the libraries for the knowledge updates.
Do any of us know where Book went? Or
No.
Book just
No,
fucked off? Okay, cool.
that's why I asked
Book
about
just
the
booked
it.
timing.
Book.
Ha!
Oh, boo.
You're welcome.
You know what? I was gonna hold on to this, but I'm gonna fucking say it anyway. HA. HA.
Yes.
We need to have a bar that's owned by a free genie. And it needs to be called the Gin and Juice.
Laid back.
I love it.
My mind on my money and my money on my money.
That's what you get for that bad joke.
That's-
I'm convinced your existence is to torment me in game.
Probably.
Yeah, that's fair. So, yeah,
I
book.
click out on the internet.
God.
So, but yeah, Book is on his own. You guys don't really know where he is. Fiona, you are at the temple right now. Yes,
Yeah.
Decken, rocks fall, Warforged die.
Oh,
So, you guys give Ari a heads up as Ari makes her way to Cillian. Syrah and Basson, you guys head to the library in search of.
Animal books. But
Pets galore.
before I ask anybody,
Mhm.
I kind of browse to see if they have any way of have them sorted.
Give me an investigation check.
Like if there's anything that says animals or anything that says cool things about animals, Do I see a section? The last time I've been here, I just know they have walls and a ceiling.
Okay. I mean, yeah, there are different sections of books, and definitely sections with different animals, though not anything with like a compendium of animals. But yeah, there's different stuff there. Most of them are textbooks on anatomy, stuff like that.
Okay. And I'm going to. Are these able to be borrowed or bought?
No, You can look at them,
Neither.
but you cannot take them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be spending a little bit of time here. At the same time, can I find? Do they have any books here on poisons, like different poisons of the world?
I would say kind of. Like there's books that will list what some of the poisons are, not how to make them.
Right.
But more specifically, like remedies to those poisons.
Okay. Is there any way to kind of backwards, like kind of,
Reverse engineer.
yeah, the poison that's on the tips of Syrah's arrows with my poisoner's kit?
Let me check something on your character.
Just curious as to if I can recreate it.
That's. Give me a second here.
Yep. You managed to recreate it, but it only gives a D2.
So flip a coin.
I need the good stuff from Caldwell. Damn it.
Come on, man. I'm sick of this secondhand stuff.
Okay.
You guys got any of them poison arrows?
You are proficient with the poisoner's kit. So, the vial of poison that you got, Syrah, will give you 5 uses. You can apply it to an arrow in combat as a bonus action. It will give you an additional 1d6 poison damage to the arrow. Now, Baston, to reverse engineer it, you'll have to use up one of the doses of the poison.
And that is up to Syrah.
That is up to Syrah. And it
You said I have 5.
you have 5 uses. And in order
I'll give him a 1. Well, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. And in order to do so, you will have to roll an intelligence roll of an 18 plus.
Why can it be wisdom? I know it's not something that I don't already know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So possible, difficult, very difficult.
Difficult.
Poisons are complex and uncommon. So use
Is there...
Question.
answer.
If he was to try this time and not succeed, and I was to get more of the same poison later, and he tried again, would that...
The difficulty would
lessen
still be
the-
the same.
Yeah.
Right.
But
I
if you
just might
learn
have advantage
something
from working with
ish,
it.
yeah, that's what I didn't know.
I would say if you came across additional information in the world, then maybe, but it'll probably be the same DC across the board unless he comes across anything new.
Okay. Is there anything in the books that would give me an advantage at not this poison, but in order to
Discern what it's
yeah,
made of.
maybe ingredients?
Give me another investigation roll for like making your way through the books to see what you discover.
Oh,
Nope.
why? Okay.
It was a valiant effort though.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have 1 dose of the poison.
I'll give you 1, yeah. 4.
Okay. Okay. I will give it a whirl.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an intelligence roll.
If I'm using, since I'm proficient in the kit.
You will get your proficiency bonus.
Okay. So my proficiency bonus is a +3. So please. I think I did it.
First one of the night.
Wow.
Well,
Absolutely.
goodbye combat.
So
Plus
absolutely,
3, so it's a 24. Actually.
You are completely able to figure out how to reverse engineer this poison. You are now capable of making it. The resources to make it are very uncommon to find in the bazaar, but it is not impossible to do so. Some of the components are inherently poisonous to deal with themselves, so most bazaars will not have access to them. And you might need to think of more creative ways to find them. But
Okay.
you do know how to do it now. And in doing so, you have not wasted the dose that she gave you. You managed to find an efficient way to analyze it without expending it.
Notes. No, extra.
So you still have 5 doses of the poison total if you want to give that back to her.
Okay. Other... Oh, I can't do, like, side notes or anything, can I?
Yeah, you can in notes. You can just add under other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
So these would be poison arrows, 1d6, right?
Yep.
Okay.
When used, it'll expend a use, and it'll add 1d6 to the damage of the arrow. It'll be a one-time use thing.
Able to craft. What's the time frame to make it?
Oh, to make it, 10 minutes. Once you have the resources, it goes pretty quick.
Okay, and I'm assuming you're gonna let me know,
Right, if they're
if I'm
available.
able to find it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Creates 5 doses.
Yep.
Okay. All right, I have that listed. Okay, please bold you. Okay, fine. I won't bold you. And also here, I'm just kind of curious if I can. Like a beasts and fishes kind of books, like aquatic life and anything of that sort.
So you're looking for books on aquatic animals?
Yeah.
I'm going to say probably not. Like, the books that they do have are going to be more simplistic.
Okay.
So I will say you were able to find some stuff, but not probably what the extent of what you were necessarily looking for in the first place.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like fishes in the water.
Yeah.
Cattle on the ground. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm really gonna have to dig deep for this Caldwell.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. I guess also while I'm here, do they have anything here along the lines of like a perhaps magical quiver?
Not that you'd have access to. If you remember correctly, they weren't exactly forthcoming with their magical items.
Right. That's why I figured perhaps anybody that we haven't come across yet. Because I know that we've already come across 2 people.
So I'm going to say no. And in fact, you even notice the guy from the first time you were here. He's been side-eyeing you this whole time. Not wanting to get too close, but definitely has his eyes on you.
Okay. Damn.
Just make friends everywhere you go, right, Bash?
I guess it's a gift and a curse, I suppose. Okay.
Is that it for you guys at the library then?
Yeah, we'll make our. I will. I guess it's time we perhaps go meet up with Ari at Cillian's place. Yeah.
We should tell her, I think, about Caldwell and his interests.
Okay.
We should tell all of them what he said about the ceremony.
We might need to find Book and Fiona.
I don't know where the fuck they went.
Maybe you're right. Let's go back to Cillian's. Maybe we'll have some knowledge there.
Okay. Fiona, was there anything else you were doing outside of just watching for a little while?
The Temple of Apathos is pretty close to the library, right?
Yeah.
So would she, if she's looking around, would she see us coming in out of the library?
It depends more on if she is spectating inside and outside of the building, or what she's kind of keeping an eye on.
Yeah, I'll wander in and out. I am very intently looking for anyone that looks suspicious, knowing something is going to happen.
And give me an investigation roll.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. 14. You don't notice anything of any sort of suspect going on and around. In fact, most of the people look like they're just doing their jobs. Like they're literally like, most of them are even kind of in a panic trying to throw this together at the last minute. Everything seems kind of rushed.
Did we get a
Can
time
I-
frame on when this is happening? Like, is it happening like tomorrow?
I mean, you
or-
never really asked, but if you kind of just
I
kind of
was about
checking
to-
around.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, where's the
Yeah.
ceremony?
So it is fairly early on in the day for you guys being back in town. The ceremony itself is to happen that night at sundown
Where?
at
In the temple?
in the Grand Cathedral, which is
Oh,
it's right near the temple itself. The Grand
I think
Cathedral.
they did say that.
Yeah, the Grand Cathedral is used more for like bigger ceremonies, more official stuff. And from everything you've gathered so far, just from listening to people, it doesn't seem like the general public will be allowed, but higher ranking members of the church will probably be in attendance.
Would we be able to go as members of the Cinder Knights, since it's our commander getting the...
Yeah.
Okay.
And there'll probably be other members, but it's mostly going to be higher ranking members of the church itself. Yes, Baston?
All right.
Could I make a side trip through the market again? But this time I need vials.
Okay.
I need a medium-sized, like, not like a small bag that would sit on your waist, but like a little bit bigger one, kind of like
A medium-sized
like
pouch.
like a dice bag, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be like 5 silver. You're not looking for anything too crazy. You're just looking for
Right.
containers. So yeah.
Well, the bag I would need. Does anybody have sand there, or is this something that I can scoop up? And
Yeah, you
find?
can just scoop up and find. It's,
Okay.
You don't need to try to buy sand in the bazaar.
Okay.
So
And does the bazaar have the ingredients that I would need to create a 5 dose?
No. The basic ingredients. I mean, it's going to be easy to find some of the basic ingredients. Water, like you'll need access to some sort of small cauldron of some sort, or something that can function as one. But most of the other plant ingredients, you're going to have to look a little harder to find.
Okay.
And there's not a ton of ingredients that you need. It's just the ones that you need are going to be more rare.
It's hard to find.
Right.
Okay.
Not
a problem.
As you guys are wandering around, you do come across Fiona as she's kind of on the lookout for any weird goings-ons.
Yes, sir, found me.
So we're going to meet Ari. I think we have some things we need to discuss.
Fiona, they're talking to you.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah,
See?
sorry. I was just talking to the Potters. All no big.
And I kind of look around. I'm like, do you know, perhaps, where the hell Book went?
I have no idea.
I'm just gonna put it as a custom item, AJ.
That's fine. Go for it.
Okay.
Well, 4 of us is better than 2, so go find Ari.
Okay. So you guys
Okay.
you guys go to meet up with Ari. Book, you've done what you can with the B02K unit for the time being. What are you doing from there?
What time of day is it?
At this point, probably early afternoon.
I would probably go and try and find health potions, which somebody's bought out of.
Yep. So as you get there, the old man has pretty much just finished tearing down his stand.
Goddamn friggin' druid in the potions. Ah.
Who bought you out of your potions?
Supermarket sweeper.
Some scrawny looking guy who shopped with me last time.
I know who you're talking about.
That's okay.
Okay.
Which way did he go?
Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go?
Which way
That
did he go,
way.
George? Which way did he go? And he just kind of points off in the direction of, well, now towards the bar, because as he passed through the bazaar buying stuff, he would have seen him again. So yeah.
I'll go that way.
Okay. The three of you arrive. Well, before we get to that, Ari, you get to Cillian's bar first. And Cillian's behind the bar. It's pretty quiet in there at the moment as it's still pretty early in the day.
Like walk in. I just like sit and I slam my gauntlet like on the table.
Well, that was pretty dramatic.
I need full shots for myself.
Thirsty.
Strongest shit you got.
Oh, are you sure you really want to go that route?
My father sold his soul to a fucking Oni man in the woods. And now I'm cursed with this. So, yeah.
Oh. Well then. Let's we'll start you with this. And he walks over with a bottle of just standard fire water as he lines up 4 shots for you.
Do I need to make 4 constitution checks?
We're gonna say just 1. Okay. So you down the shots one by one, and he just kind of looks at you and just puts the bottle back under the table, and then pours a glass of water and says, "You might want to slow down a bit. I get a rough day, yeah.
So, my dad, he was actually supposed to be part of the Cindonites.
Oh, you're with the Cindonites. Oh, okay. Well,
Or what are we, the Knights of Ash? I don't fucking know. It's all blurring together now.
Knights of Ash. I ain't heard that name in a minute.
Apparently,
Yes, Cindonites.
somebody in my family was part of the Knights of Ash. I'm some fucking descendant. Wow, great.
He looks. He reaches back down and pulls the bottle back out and pours 2 more shots. These ones are on me.
Also, hi. I know we like kind of
Yeah, ish, kind of.
barely met.
Yeah,
Kind of barely met.
you're with some friends of mine. I get it.
Yeah,
If I were traveling with them, I'd need to drink too.
definitely.
Mostly Bash.
Oh yeah, I have this. by the way.
Wow.
I don't know if this would be anything of importance. But
Okay.
Mr. Cillian, I want to try something.
Okay.
So touch my gauntlet. Tell me what you feel.
He reaches out and kind of taps on it, and it sounds like he's tapping on metal.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, that's some pretty good craftsmanship.
What does it feel like to me?
You can feel it as though he was tapping directly on your arm.
So this thing,
Yeah.
it feels like flesh to me.
Oh, okay, we're cutting you off. And he...
No. This is like what my father. So my father basically sold his life force to the Oni because he needed to pay back some debts he owed, and that was the way. And I had to. I couldn't really do anything about it, so now I have this.
You see he kind of stands there processing everything you're telling him for a minute, and then he reaches out, takes one of the shot glasses and downs it himself, and sets it back on the bar.
I know,
Oh,
it's
boy.
fucking weird, isn't it?
Yeah. That's one way to put it.
But it's just... It makes me feel like everything I did kind of just like fucked me over, man.
Well, I mean, I get it. Parents are going to do what they can to protect the kids, whether you want them to or not. You can't ever really protect your parents.
Yes, you can.
What?
You're not there yet. Yes.
I'm not. Okay.
No, not
Oh,
yet.
damn.
This is before you guys get there.
So I'm just kind of like... So it's like weird. It's like... I can't take it off. I can't... It's like... Just...
You can see it, but
me
not
now.
feel it.
Well, I mean, I guess that's a cool party trick, but... I mean, listen, I don't know what answers you think I can give you, and I doubt you're going to find them in the bottom of that bottle.
I have a question for you, Mr. Cillian.
All right.
So, have you heard of the name Umbermore before?
That rings a bell. I've probably heard it once or twice. Why?
What do you associate them with?
Well, I've heard of a blacksmith that did some work by that name. From what I understand, he did some pretty good work.
And any other background you can think of with that name?
Like what, exactly?
Just tell me what you've heard.
You're fishing for something. Tell me what you want to know.
I want to know why they tried to kill me.
Who tried to kill you?
Fucking books, brother. It's saying they need to clean out the descendants of the fucking Knights of Ash, fucking Cinder Knights, fucking bullshit.
Oh, shit. You're talking about Randolph, ain't you?
Yes, that's the name I wrote in the book.
Yeah. I've heard the name. Heard the stories. Nobody really knows what happened to the guy. But, by the sound of it, he was a real thorn in the side of the Cinder Knights there. Truth be told, I don't know what really set them off against the temple, but it's a little bit before my time. A little bit.
Do you know if there's anyone who could tell me more?
I mean, The only people that would have the information about what really happened are the people in the temple, and I wouldn't trust them as far as I can throw them.
You know, I'm starting not to trust really anything that they've started to tell us.
I mean, I don't blame you. What kind of church needs its own military force, right? But hey, who am I to judge? I've been around a long time, but the only thing I have noticed about your church is they keep things extremely close to the chest.
So what exactly are you?
I'm me.
That's good.
I like to think so. You ain't gonna find anything else like me, I'll tell you that. Not around
Never
these
had a
parts,
f-
at least.
Never had a friend like me.
Yeah, something like that. I'd say I'm one of a kind, but that ain't quite right. But there ain't a whole lot like me. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, sorry. Dude, I can hold my liquor. Hell
Right?
yeah.
No kidding.
And then
Sure
those fuckers are gonna fucking walk in, and that's gonna change.
Right? And yeah,
One.
it's about this point that they kind of make their way in. So you guys see Ari there with a series of shot glasses lined up in front of her, talking to Cillian as you guys enter the bar.
Howdy, mates.
Wait,
Bad day.
who yet? Because remember, there's different times at which we should be walking
yeah.
through.
I'm assuming I'm last.
Yeah, you are
God
last.
damn it.
What's with all the Justin Bieber bullshit?
I was just wondering the same thing.
I'm sorry, but that last one was just god awful.
Right?
But why?
I don't
Just
know.
because?
This is- Faye started it.
Because I was making fun of how you wrote a number down or a name down in your book by the Death Note thing, but it says Justin Bieber. So then everybody- Kind of bored with Justin Bieber.
Oh,
We're
man.
professionals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's the word for it.
Yeah,
Oh man.
professional streamers right here.
Absolutely, that's how we roll.
So I'm gonna walk in and see Ari at the table. Or is she at the table or at the bar?
She's at the bar.
She's at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna say, we need to talk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come through the door just shortly after, but my arms are gonna be out and like a bird, and just kind of going up to the bar, sit down, and be like, "How special?"
I trip him.
Here comes the airplane.
Well,
Eagle!
Yeah.
Yeah.
if wait, do I see her doing this?
Do
Am I
you?
able
Do
to do a
you? Do
perception check?
you?
I'm not drinking. I'm just now starting, so I got full perception, even though I'm aloof.
I mean, she's pretty sober at this point, despite how much she's had to drink. So,
That is true.
what is your
I've also-
passive perception, Baston?
23.
You totally see her reaching out to try to trip you. Give me a dexterity check with advantage. I'll give you advantage on this one.
Do I need to roll
Dexterity
something?
check, or do I
Aw.
need to do like athletics or acrobatics to like?
Dexterity.
over
We'll say you can do acrobatics.
I mean, either way, they're both +2 modifiers. I just
What
Acrobatics
should I
is
roll?
fun.
Should I roll something?
acrobatics. Check covers your attempt to stay on your feet in a
Roll
tricky
foot-
situation.
Foot check.
Foot check.
Give me. We'll say sleight of hand. Sleight of foot,
Sleight.
but
Sleight of foot.
yeah. I'm pretty sure sleight of foot isn't on there. Yeah, no, he just kind of like
Like a bird.
bounces over your leg as you go to trip him and then lands in his seat.
Or like give Bastion a shoulder tap.
I'm just gonna be like, ah,
Cillian,
care.
Cillian looks exasperated before getting you a pint of something that comes from a smaller barrel than the rest of his stuff. It seems to be a small batch, but
Oh yeah.
Oh, small batch.
oh yeah.
The
oh,
good
yeah.
shit.
I have some news for everyone as well, and I will also order a drink.
Okay. And what are you ordering from him? Anything particular?
Something I've never seen before.
Huh. All right.
Give me your craziest drink, please.
We don't do too crazy around here. I got something that I've been hiding away from people just because it's damn near dangerous, okay? But that being said, here, I think I got something in mind. And he goes and
Okay.
starts mixing several different types of alcohol all into one glass.
Is that
Uh-oh.
mine?
His,
No, that's-
his DIY Long
Fairness.
Island.
DIY.
And then he takes like a couple oranges and squeezes them into the drink in front of you and slides it
Ooh.
in front of you to make it a
That
little more
looks
on the fruity
great.
side.
I look at Sierra just kind of like,
I just kind of shrug. I'm like, oh,
is she gonna be okay?
I don't know what. that
Trust
is.
me, that's the safe option compared to the other shit you guys been asking for tonight, all right?
Ooh, I have a little sip.
I mean, I just want an ale. I
All right.
He's
Nothing
talking about
fancy.
he's talking about me.
Fills up a large mug and sets it up in front of you.
As he's pouring that drink, I'm gonna look at him and say, Cillian, what you do know about the Cerulean court?
Oh. Why?
I'm a curious person. Can you
Yeah.
not see it on my face?
Yeah, curious is exactly what I think when I look at your face. So I take it you had some run-ins, huh? Somebody came to talk to you, something along those lines?
But met a man in a blue mask today.
I even said it. You guys fuckers are gonna fuck me over.
At least.
You're still good for now.
I'm still good
Yeah. For now.
for now.
Let the bottles
So,
hit
which of the three came to talk to you?
Caldwell.
Oh. Man, he's a dick. He's a smart dick,
I
but he's
know.
a dick.
I mean,
He's,
I didn't mind him, but he didn't seem to take too kindly to Baston.
Man,
the- All I wanted was my picture book.
well,
You wanted a fucking book?
you want something that's probably a little more mundane than what he's used to looking for. See, Caldwell's in charge of procuring all the magical items that go through the Cerulean court. He's in charge of the magical black market, as it were. He's also the guy who set up the glamour trade going through us, so I've had some dealings a time or two.
You said there are three, so there are three heads of the court?
Well, I mean, you've got the head of the court, and then you got the right hand, and you got the left hand. Caldwell would be considered the left hand. Ishara would be the right hand.
Ah,
Shara,
Ishara.
what does she do?
Well, the dirty things that don't come to light, assassinations, interactions with the political, and just in general spying and political intrigue.
Ashara was the right.
Yes.
Okay.
When it comes to assassination and coercion tactics, any of that sort of stuff, that's the kind of stuff she excels in. I wouldn't mess with her too much. Not exactly the friendly sort either, if you catch my drift.
Wouldn't think so. Let me ask, and they work under the main guy.
Yeah.
Do they work well together?
Well, they ain't friendly with each other, but they work well together. They don't have to
They
like
don't-
each other to be efficient.
They don't try to undermine each other.
No. Whoever it is, well, so they work for the head guy, but everything goes through him. He knows everything that happens in the city. Nothing happens around Cara Dune without him knowing about it, or having his fingers in it in one way or another. That being said, nobody's ever actually met the guy.
You know his name?
Baradur.
Barator.
Who was the left hand?
Caldwell.
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 Okay, he's the left, and then that Chick is the right.
Ishara
yep.
is the right. Yep.
Mhm.
Man, AJ, I didn't know you had the divine in this game.
Oh, he's anything but divine. Caldwell or Barad-dûr would be. So if you want to use the analogy of the divine, he would be like the anti-divine.
Okay, so like if the Kunari took
Sort of like
over,
the-
got it.
Sort of like the anti-Michael.
Kinda. So like he's got the same reach and access to stuff, but his intentions are less than holy. He's not necessarily evil, but he's got his own motives.
He's the body
Yeah.
that makes bodies.
Something like
Hit
that,
the
yeah.
floor.
Yes.
I'm gonna glance over at Bastion. I'm gonna say, I wish Book was here, but we need to tell Ari and Fierna. Should
And
we trust? And I'm saying
I-
this in front of Cillian. I'm gonna say, should we trust Cillian?
I have a feeling Book will be arriving just shortly. I
Yeah.
know.
Book
He
walks in
doesn't
as
stay
you say
far for
that.
long.
Book walks in literally as you say that. And Cillian's like, I'm right here.
And I look at him and
Hey,
say,
the
I know.
party.
I'm like, I'm standing right here.
I see you. You're very tiny, but I see you. Like I'm not
I-
blind.
I think whatever stays in this bar doesn't leave the bar.
That's
What
kinda-
happens in the bar stays in the bar.
That's kind
That's
of
usually
what
how
I
it
do.
goes.
If that
So
weren't the
if it's-
case, Baston probably would have got himself killed by now, a long time ago.
Come on,
it
give me
was-
some credit here.
I'm not
It's
wrong.
I can
pretty-
agree with that.
It was pretty close not too long ago.
And Cillian hears Book in the back and just kind of points at him without looking at him, like, yeah, he right. He right.
I turn and motion to Book, and I'm like, Book, we have some things we need to discuss.
Interesting.
And Cillian pops over a stool and hops up on it.
I break out Arlen.
I get a
Um,
shot ready.
Come on close and tell
All right.
you a tale.
All right, so it sounds
miss-
like all you guys had a little bit of something going on here. So I'm just going to insert myself into this as a bit of a, well, an extra perspective, as you were.
Cillian, what you know of this ceremony happening tonight?
Well, from what I understand, it's a bunch of people getting a bunch of shit together to celebrate a long ass service by your commanding officer. I've never seen them do anything like it before, so I don't know why they're doing it now, but all the heads of your temple gonna be there, including the cardinal. He's the one presenting the ceremony in the first place, which he doesn't even normally do.
Well, according to Caldwell, he has apparently some insider information, which I would assume is accurate.
I mean, it typically is.
That something perhaps is going to go wrong tonight.
It probably is. You get that many heads of state,
Very
or at least heads of a temple, put into one place, somebody's bound to take notice.
And I look at like Book and Fierna and Ari, and I'm gonna say, they have been watching us, all of us, this cerulean court.
They have eyes everywhere.
They are
Many-
waiting. They said they are waiting to see what we do when this happens tonight. They said it would be something big.
So what if they planted everything and just want to see our reaction to it?
It could be.
Very well could be.
What was Fiona going to say?
Oh. It seems that most of the people we've been speaking to aren't even what they seem, including most of the people probably in this town. And there is going to be a major disaster, and all of this little stuff is actually irrelevant because Emphadel's coming.
You think that this bit would happen tonight?
What if they sacrifice her? What if they sacrifice her and they summon Infidel and he just comes lays waste around Cara Dune or tries to take over the entire nation?
I look at Fear and I say, you trust this information.
I spoke to Apothos. That's where I get my information.
You're sure it is him?
Yes. I'm absolutely sure. There's something that's going to happen tomorrow. I wasn't told to stop it or anything, but I think it's going to reveal some things that need
Tomorrow
to be
or
revealed.
tonight?
Or tonight, I mean, I'm sorry.
Tonight, okay.
I think it
think-
will reveal things that we need to know.
You think this is the same thing this ruling court expects, perhaps?
I don't know. I don't know much about that either. I
And
don't
I
think
look
I
at-
need to know.
I also look at Ari and I look right at Ari and I say, they're very interested also in the Knights of Ash and have asked us to provide information.
But I don't really know much about it.
But I told them to get this, and I show her the poison. I told them that perhaps not all of their descendants were wiped out.
And kind of look at her like, what
I
if they
didn't s-
already? What if they already had that information?
I don't know what
Oh
information.
man, I'm like mixing up my accents.
Sorry, it's my fault.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, There's like-
but what if
it-
they
it-
already knew that?
they may have, and I didn't give names. That's all I said. I don't know what they know.
I don't even know who this Randolph is. I didn't even have a chance to ask my father who he was. All
Well,
I
you're-
know is that he is related to me.
Well, that's why I didn't say names or elaborate. I don't know what their intentions are with this information.
Hashtag
Well,
2020.
And I don't know
what's
how
going
much
on.
they know.
Truth.
The world is a crazy place right now.
But I got poison arrows.
Yay!
I know how to make poison now.
Poison! Yeah.
I can summon demons. Yay!
And Cillian's just kind of looking at all of you like,
I lost my father.
Oh yeah.
he grabs
Have
the
a
bottle. And
drink.
just,
Have another drink.
yeah, he grabs the bottle and just drinks from it. Like, y'all are, you guys are weird.
Let's
Shit.
see what happens next.
What about you,
Do you
Robot
know-
Man? What did you find out?
Nothing.
Oh, wow. That's probably the most comforting thing I heard so far out of the group.
Cillian, would you know where you could find information on Knights of Ash? It's been very difficult.
I mean, I can do some digging and check with some of my sources, but it's not a topic that comes up very often.
I would imagine not.
I mean, when they were eradicated way back, they were all traces of them. Well, they tried to eradicate all traces of them.
I'm sure whoever was left went to hiding.
And I'm here now.
Well, I'm sure.
Whoopee.
Although I get the feeling you
Whoop-de-doo.
you probably aren't the only one that's a remnant of the Knights of Ash. I'll put it like that.
I'm gonna pat Ari's back.
Whoop-de-doo, Basil.
I'm gonna look at Cillian and kind
Bastion,
of
not Basil.
get a real stern look on my
Right.
face and say, "You'll keep her secret."
Of course. How many times I gotta tell you, this place is a sanctuary. I'm not gonna do anything here that's gonna put somebody else in danger.
Better not, or I'll write your name in my book.
He
I
does
just
not
worry.
seem intimidated.
You said you had dealings with Caldwell, and he seems.
Caldwell
I
and I
mean-
have mutual interests. That's why we work together. But our working together is still pretty distant.
Okay.
The man loves being shrouded in mystery and doing all that bullshit. Did he take you to like the private room or whatever?
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
like a secret door, and he was in a room with all these crystals, and it was very, I guess it was supposed to be intimidating. It just looked kind of pompous.
Nah, no, it's not to be intimidating. He's just being pompous. He's a prick. It is.
Bastion was impressed.
Does he need to be taken care of?
Nah, most of the things that him and the Cerulean Court do, while they may be questionable, typically work out better for the city, so I don't have any qualms with them.
I have issues with douchebags.
Well, he's definitely a douchebag, but that's not the point. He does all right by the city, so...
She's a little tipsy.
Also, Ari, what is the insight roll for?
It's for Bastion, seeing if he was lying about him finding out anything.
No?
Because he was away for a while.
He was, but didn't really find out anything pertaining to anything that would be useful to you. He found books.
Books, got it.
Yeah.
Book found book.
Books.
No, Baston found books.
Baston found books.
Books, not book. Yeah.
I found schematics.
Can I roll
You
a
did.
constitution check?
Yeah, go for it if you've been drinking too.
Yeah.
I'm still like,
I got my mystery drink.
nice little buzz going on.
Well,
Ooh.
all I did was pat you on the back, and down we both went.
Whatever that special reserve he's got is potent.
Think of that shit.
Now, you guys immediately are feeling a buzz kicking in. You're not drunk.
Yeah.
These things happen in stages. We've all been drunk enough to know that that's how it works. But y'all
I don't know
are
what you're talking about.
y'all are pretty buzzed at the moment here. So
I always wanted to learn how to sing. Let's sing. What do I need to roll here? Performance?
performance. There's nobody there to
alright.
perform for, but we're gonna see how
that's
this
fine.
goes.
Let's see how it goes. I started singing a tale about just not the cows exploding on a farm somewhere.
I'll assist her.
All right.
Wait, you have an instrument, don't you,
Garfunkel and
Book?
Oates.
Oh wow!
Hey.
Well, Book is assisting you, so technically you can roll with
adventure.
advantage. You could roll a nat 20, though to what end I don't know.
Oh,
Do I
okay.
have anything?
Nah.
No,
let's
okay.
skip the other one.
Book, what instrument do you have?
I had a lute
A lute. Okay.
that I had bought.
So, as Fiona starts singing, Baston busts out this lute and starts playing pretty proficiently, much
What?
to the shock of all of you.
Wait, I can't play that. Nor do
Sorry.
I have it in my hands.
Sorry, did I say Baston? I meant Book.
You meant book.
Yeah, I meant Book. You dick. Yeah, so Book pulls out this lute and just starts playing rather proficiently, even though you guys had no clue you could do it in the first place. And Fiona busts out this song that actually shows her singing chops and proves that despite her outward appearance, she has a fairly angelic voice.
Oh, that's nice. This time.
Cillian takes
Daryl.
another drag off of this bottle. He says, all right. So what the hell are you guys going to do?
Wait and see. What is next? Who knows? Will there be sunshine tomorrow or darkness? Will cows explode and demons come forth? We don't know. I don't know.
Oh, that's it. She's cut off.
Yeah.
I just kind of look at her and I'm like, I don't know what we will do, but I think
What is getting drunk? Tell me that.
I'm gonna go outside and start singing to strangers.
I must be like, I think we definitely are required by different forces to go to the ceremony tonight.
Oh yeah,
Where is it held?
that's exciting. Let's go.
It's going to be at the Grand Cathedral. So
Can I get a drink to go, like in a to-go little bag?
We should
Go
look at the
fast.
Grand Cathedral ahead of time.
Yes,
probably not a bad
that sounds
idea.
exciting.
And he mixes up 2 drinks and hands one to Fiona and one to Baston. Yeah, these
Don't worry,
guys...
I'll drink it later.
No, y'all should drink that right now. Just trust me on that.
What? What do you mean?
Just do us all a favor and drink that now.
I sniff it. What does it smell like?
I
Fruity.
slam it.
What?
It smells fruity.
Oh,
Baston,
okay.
Okay, so you guys both drink it, and as you do, you immediately sober up.
Really?
Immediately.
Wow, that's
How
a terrible.
could you?
That's a terrible trick.
Yeah, well, sounds like you guys got some shit in front of you, and how am I supposed to deal with my best customers getting killed, okay?
All right.
Sarah just laughed.
I'm just like taking a shot, like
But tomorrow is song night.
Yeah, we'll work on the whole karaoke thing. Got it.
Yeah.
In the meantime, do me a favor
Alright,
and try not to
thank
get
you.
yourselves killed.
No promises.
I wouldn't bet on it. But let's go.
And Ari, I'll look into that whole Knights of Ash thing for you. See what I can
Thank
find
you.
out.
Nice to smash.
fuck the Knights of Ash.
Suck. You suck.
As he says, Emily, I say, do you think you could see if you could find other families? They might be in danger.
Let's see what I can do. I mean,
Nice nod at him.
I'd have to see which of the Knights of Ash still survived, assuming I could find anything, but... Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Now, try not to do something stupid tonight, guys.
No promises.
Yeah, I know it's going to be a struggle for
Hello.
you lot.
We're so responsible. What are you talking about? Psst, calm down. We got this. Don't worry.
All right, so where do you guys want to go from there?
So
check
how-
out the cathedral.
Yeah, how
we
long is
wanna-
it until the ceremony from this?
You've got a
point?
couple
Like,
hours.
couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Up.
You guys look at the ground, and I'll fly up on top, just to look around.
Okay. All right.
What is okay? Is that what everybody's doing?
I don't know. That's what I'm telling everyone.
Mhm.
I'm gonna fly up on top.
Okay.
I'll tell everyone I'm doing that. I'm gonna scout
I'm-
around.
I am incapable of flight. I believe that is the best course.
Yes.
Okay.
Man, that'd be great to fly.
Wait, you said it's early afternoon, right?
It's a little bit later in the afternoon now. So the ceremony is happening at sundown.
Well, I have a spell that will pop someone on the top. I haven't used it yet.
Oh, all right. Now I'm gonna wait to do what I was gonna do. Never mind. I'm gonna
Okay.
wait.
No, you can't throw me.
No.
Yet.
Back.
Bet.
Just yeet, not a cat. Just yeet, Bastion. Just
I'm not sure I would. I will scout it out first, and if I think it's important, I will bring someone up with me.
Book and I together. Just try to yeet Bastion.
It involves a magic door.
Okay.
Can we do a combined strength check, please?
I turn into a whale.
Here, I can help with that.
I hate all of you right now.
Here we go.
There will be no yeeting, apparently. Not with these rolls.
Hey!
That's not
Who's
bad.
eating?
At disadvantage,
Ah!
I'm flailing.
That was a 20
Yeah,
and
we're
it changed to a 2.
There's not a collective enough strength there to yeet the
What-
Bastion.
Bet.
Not in his normal form.
All right.
Not,
I rolled
not
a
with some-
disadvantage. There it is.
I'll roll it in.
Even though it's a fake roll, I'm gonna
Yeah.
count it since we only had 2.
There we go.
They
60.
really want to eat you, Bastion.
I
They
guess.
do. Just
Where are they throwing you?
I don't even know.
I mean, wherever he sticks.
I'm gonna turn into a snail.
He's like one of those. He's like one of those like little sticky like
Wherever I
hands that you like
stick.
get at the little.
Oh yeah, the little things that like we used
Yeah.
to roll down the wall.
No, I'm not a window guy.
Okay. So Fiona, you get up to the top of the cathedral.
I totally
That's where
just
you're
Yes.
going, right?
made away.
I am
Okay.
seriously looking around.
There's nothing up there. It's the top of the temple, or the top of the cathedral. It is.
Okay.
You see, there are a lot of like glass highlights and everything. You can see down into the temple. Or into the cathedral. It's very nice, but there's nothing of note up there.
Is there anything that, I mean, is there a window large enough where I could possibly get into if I needed to?
There's
Is
not
it
a
like-
door?
There's skylights, so you'd have to break through it. Like they're built into it. There's not an opening window up on the roof.
I want to get a good visual map of the inside by looking through the windows.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
Go for it.
So if I need to know that layout later, I can.
Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty tall open building. So as you look down through the skylight, you can see the temple is actually lit up. From those skylights, there's a series of sconces along the walls and a series of pews. And in the front of the room, there is a kind of like a larger grand altar. It's pretty standard for a cathedral, but the inside is very ornate, with walls lined by stained glass.
Can I see any people in there? You said I could see the altar.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people in there. They're just kind of trying to set up for the night with decorations and getting everything just right.
Okay. No one's that I would think is suspicious or just hiding or hood like a cloaked
No,
figure or
nobody
anything like that.
nobody is hooded or anything. Yeah, basically it's all just a bunch of casual people. You see somebody rolling in with a cart with these crystals that look like
You're
some lights.
in and out with the audio for me. I don't know
Is
why.
is it like that for everybody, or?
It is for
was.
me.
Sound okay now?
Yeah, it's back and forth.
Probably had a noise gate on. You were too far away.
I don't think I have my noise gate on.
No.
I don't know.
It's okay.
Yeah, so there's just a bunch of people setting up decorations. You've got another person walking in bringing these crystals that look like light sources and kind of magically floats them in the air near the stage to kind of light up the area for when the sun goes down. And all in all, there's like 9 of those that kind of wrap around the stage. And as they sit into place, they begin putting out this light that illuminates the altar area.
Check out the crystals.
Oh, I'm seeing it from outside, so I'll take a note of what I see.
Can I get a sense if that's divine magic or arcane?
You haven't seen the crystals yet. You guys are still outside. Now, are you guys going to try to get inside? Like, this is what she's seeing from the skylight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we were just walking in as far as I was concerned.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are seeing kind of the
It's open.
same thing she is.
So- Okay. Well, I'll come back down after I get a good
Okay.
view. I mean, if I see them walking in too, I'll notice that. So.
Okay. Yeah. So you can just fly down and meet up with the rest
I
of them.
I wanted to see if there was anything on the top, like any hidden door dish kind of thing.
Yeah, there was nothing of a note from the top. No means of entry from up there. Nothing suspicious in that regard.
Okay. I will come back down in
Okay. All right.
and tell them that there doesn't seem to be any other top way in.
Okay. You guys enter the cathedral. You kind of see them putting up the decorations, setting up the lighting crystals, as I mentioned before. Do you guys want to investigate further? What do you guys want to check out while you're in here?
I'm just looking around.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I have like a weird feeling. I'm just like,
Nice. Oh,
oh, go on, Rafe. You're fine.
no, go ahead.
We're just gonna like look around, like see if there was any like off-putting people, just like people that like don't seem like they should be there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is anybody really there yet? You said they're setting up.
None
right?
of the
Yeah.
guests are there. It's all people.
Stagehands.
The party crew.
Yeah, it's all people from the temple. It looks like they're just getting set up for the ceremony. The people that will be in attendance are the few Cinder Knights that are in town, which is pretty much you guys, and some higher ranking members of the church itself. So
But they're
it's-
not here yet.
right. They're not here
Probably.
yet.
Okay.
I'm curious about something. So there's a lot of. Oh well, there's no Cinder Knights in there yet except us. Is that what you're
Right.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
So, investigation 12. Yeah, there's not really anybody there that looks too suspicious. You don't recognize people, but you don't necessarily know people from the temple side of the Church of Apithos. So most of the people you would have interaction with would be people from the Cinder Knights.
All right.
Can I do something? I've not tried this ever,
Mhm.
but can I use my what? Can I use my Arcana to see if there there could be any kind of magical type traps anywhere.
You could try that. And then, Brave, what were you going to say?
Can I tell if the crystals are infused with divine magic or arcane magic?
Give me an Arcana check. It's magic. It looks arcane. It's not giving
Okay.
off any of the telltale signs of it being divine in nature.
One of our arcane users should look at these. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Okay,
Can
I'll be right there. All right, I'm
can I
gonna-
kind of just like investigate to see if there's anything like anything engraved, like carvings, anything that would like stand out?
Where'd it go?
I definitely don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know Arcana. I can give it a whirl, but just to see if there's anything there that might be something that doesn't look like it should, like
Okay.
hastily carved in.
So go ahead and
And-
give me an investigation check, Baston, and then Fiona. That was looking for like, was that for the?
That was for traps. Yeah.
Okay.
I had no clue.
You don't see any sort of magical indicators of traps anywhere.
Okay, then I will come over and help look with the crystals. Can I look at those too?
Sure.
Okay, I roll again. Woo!
So
what
the,
did they
Really
do?
the crystals are super fucking magical. There is a myriad of different types of magic embedded into these crystals. Least of which is the light magic. There's something below the surface of the crystals, but it seems as though that may be a power source for the crystals, or what is powering them. You can't really tell what it is beyond that. Like Arcana only goes so far.
Does it look like the crystal that I took from when we were in that battle? And
And buried in the
the
forehead.
headpiece? Yeah. Does it
No,
look
these are very different crystals. They are very they're like cut and polished and very specifically shaped. And
So-
they are clear.
They seem like a healing focus. Was that what you said? Oh no, light. Sorry, a light.
Light.
Okay.
I mean, they are a light source. Again, there's more magic beneath that, but what is coming to the most present forefront is the lighting function.
Okay. So I'll let Book know.
Okay. Any other functionality that they do have would require. It's almost like there's components missing.
Identify? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's almost like there's stuff missing to be able to trigger other functionality of the crystals.
Book, do you think I should study these more? I can try to identify if you think it's that interesting.
That's your call. I
Yeah.
would like to investigate the podium area.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
All right.
Book, give me an investigation, and then Fiona.
I'm not gonna identify it.
Okay. Investigation.
I feel secure in my
15.
assessment.
Okay. As you look around the podium or the altar itself, you see another crystal. Give me an Arcana check. The way you laugh at that is possibly concerning.
Aha! 16.
Did you find more crystals?
I got a +1.
This crystal appears to be tied to the other crystals as something funneling more energy into them to light them up. Almost like a battery.
Ooh.
It seems
like a
far
charge.
it seems far more capable of powering them than the energy that they seem to require. But it seems to be a power source.
cast a spell magic on it.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay. I did not make it as a roll, did I? Nope. Okay.
Yeah, it happened before.
Ah!
Yeah, no. Your magics don't seem to have any effect on the crystal. You're not sure why, but they don't.
Logo. That's not nice.
Well, that's a spell slot gone.
What you doing there,
Sure
bud?
is.
So, how soon to this commencement or whatever? How soon to the party?
At this point, you got probably about an hour. As you see, people are kind
Oh.
of filing out and getting ready for the guests to start arriving.
I'm gonna look at Bastion and Fierna and Ari and say, do you think we should tell Jaren?
Who?
Seems kind of.
Oh, the.
Our lieutenant guy.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
I would say maybe, but what if he's also in on it?
Yeah,
Right.
I don't think we can trust a lot of these people right now.
So you said all the workers left?
Most of them. There's some putting some finishing touches in, but most of it's just getting ready for the guests to start arriving now.
Well, can you detect magic?
No.
Oh, I guess I should.
I can, but
Oh.
I'm pretty sure just about the only things that are going to show up
The crystals.
are the crystals.
Oh.
And us.
I can like detect good and evil, sort of, but there's no point doing that right now.
I think we're in some chaos
Yeah.
here. Supposed to one or the other.
I can sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae fiends, or undead are present within a mile of us. But it's only for like a minute.
Oh,
and
God.
So
You'll get
not
so
right
many
now.
fucking
Yeah.
tips on that.
I know. That's I'm like, it's probably not worth it.
That's not a good idea.
Maybe we should just wait, see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm taking all the crystals.
As you start to reach for them, the other
Okay.
workers around start panicking and try to stop you.
These are the wrong color. I am her assistant. She clearly requested blue.
Yes, blue. Get back to work.
Give me a deception check.
Nothing to see here.
I'm going to say with disadvantage. That
Can I
is
do
one of the
this one?
dumbest things I've ever heard.
Can I offer
Oh my god.
I'm proficient in deception. Can I help him?
I will allow him to roll without disadvantage.
Without
Okay.
this-
Yes.
Like I've
on,
never
man,
even got to
20.
use it.
No.
14.
They are very much not buying your
Motherfucker.
obvious
Yeah.
attempt,
We
and
probably need a really
With
high
his-
check.
but
I was
with,
backing him
but
up.
with as little time as is before the ceremony, especially, they are very insistent on stopping you and putting the crystals back into place.
All right. I don't know him anymore.
I
I
don't show
stopped.
him the one that I still had that I tried to dispel, though.
That one's too large for you to get away without hiding. That one's
I stopped-
like the size of a bowling ball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You said a little bit bigger, so I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, none of them are particularly small. That one's just the biggest.
Slightly bigger.
Is there a map of the cathedral?
That's it.
I'm glad you asked.
I'm gonna.
Oh, no!
I'm gonna stop one of them, and I'm gonna say, I've not spent a lot of time here. Where is the best place to see what will happen?
I mean, one of the pews is pretty much the only spot.
One of the pew-pews.
Well, there's no. Can't
Oh.
get on the balcony then.
Oh boy.
No,
Or-
there is no balcony.
I'm not really familiar with balconies, so.
No, it's quite all right. The entrances are as follows. There's one in the back of the building, and then there's one in the front of the building. The back of the building is for higher ranking members only.
What?
We are high-ranking members. Why can't we go there?
You are members of the Order. I am talking
are.
people like the Cardinal.
Well,
They get the back
I knew
seats?
who I talked to. They would let me in. Whatever.
Huh. Well, damn.
I'm going to take one of the crystals and break it over my leg right in front of him.
You're gonna get kicked out.
You can
Yeah,
certainly
I walk
try.
like this. I'm like, ooh, yeah, it's a party.
You can certainly try. Give me a strength check.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh God, we're gonna get kicked out.
Okay.
I don't know
Well,
who-
it
no,
doesn't
that's
break.
so-
You slam
Oh.
the solid crystal against your leg very hard as you try to like snap it over your knee.
Ow.
It probably has something to do with the fact that it's magical in nature that it didn't break by sheer
So
strength.
am I.
alone. No.
Damn it.
And they be weak versus each other.
But at watching you attempt, the attendants freak out, take the crystal away, and put it back into place as they try ushering you out of the building.
No, he's okay.
He's
He's
with
had
us.
a
He's
little
just
drink. He's fine.
He's very
Never seen light
very
before.
mistrustful of crystals.
he
had a
had
bad childhood
probing
experience.
Let's look at
accident.
him. He's got a ferret coming out of his ass, and he's got a toupee of some work. Just leave him alone.
It's his birthday.
Yeah.
I think the dreadlocks got thrown away. So.
His dreadlocks did get thrown away by
Parrot
Jaren.
And a
Um,
crown.
All of the attendants trying to stop him have, at this point stopped and started looking at you guys really confused.
He's part of our group. He's just he has a bad history with crystals.
Very
will
distrustful.
let
Very
one-
distrustful.
I'll let one of you guys give a deception check. I'll let you pick who does it.
Oh man.
No.
I got a 0, so
I got I think -2.
yeah, I got a 0. So somebody better than me.
I have plus
What? +7.
It's
Fail.
got plus
with advantage because
Yeah.
We're all
With
trying. We're all
with
trying.
advantage. You guys are all there attempting this.
Yeah.
23.
Yeah.
They take the crystal away, but they stop trying to usher him out of the
I'm
building.
really giving a story here.
I'm
He was
still wearing
thrown
the
by
fairy
the crystal.
costume, by the way.
Yes, yes, you are.
I
That
love
helps, actually.
this all in general.
He obviously has problems.
Yes. We support him. He's our friend. What are you, some sort of haters?
What are you,
Wander
some
back
kind
around
of
behind here.
Warforge? Fucking racist.
He does
Ugh.
children's
Vinci-
parties.
They shake-
Warforgist.
They shake their heads and just walk away at this point.
Perfect.
All right, good.
Putting the
Take
crystals
bowling
back
ball
into
shaped
place.
one
Uh-huh.
and throw it down my costume and walk out.
You putting it like making it like a pouch.
Can someone do like a
Give me a sleight of hand with extreme disadvantage.
Oh,
Extreme.
Don't ruin all of our good work.
If I could, I would make him roll 3 dice and take the lowest.
What are you doing?
Once again, the attendants catch him trying to take a crystal, and as he tries to shove it into his costume, they resist and swarm him to take it away. This time, now ushering him out of the building.
I just throw up my hands and sit down in the pew.
All right, I'll sit down in the pew and wait.
And
for
Wait,
them.
Bob, I won't stop.
At this point, they begin ushering all of you out, just as they make final preparations to start actually allowing the guests in.
I'll get all the crystals one day.
Oh, I was gonna say,
And those
well,
mangy decorators too.
I thought we could watch as members of the order.
Scooby-Doo.
You will be able to, but we're letting all the guests in at the same time so that we can kind of process them as they come through.
Oh,
They're part of the conspiracy.
We're all gonna get sacrificed.
yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, they usher you guys out, and it's
Nope.
they close the doors, and it's not very long before they open them up. But as you guys are waiting outside, you're at the front of a line that starts building of a bunch of noble-looking people dressed in very elaborate garb with symbols of Apathos embroidered on all of them. Jaren is on the outside by the front door as he kind of looks you guys over and does kind of like a mocking patting you guys down, given that he knows you guys. He doesn't really like you guys are members of the order, so he's doing his job, but he's less concerned with you guys.
Yeah, better not.
He knows to keep that motherfucking thing on us.
Jared, we have a problem.
It's
What is the
Jaren,
problem?
not Jared.
Jared, we have a problem.
The subs
All
are
right.
about 12 inches.
All right.
What is the problem?
No
It's going to
children
be
allowed.
attempt on the life of
No,
a
what are
high
you
commander.
And what
Just
evidence
let it
do you have
happen.
of this?
Those crystals, they must be confiscated immediately.
What?
What's he doing? I'm just going in with everyone else. I don't know.
Just go in and grab a seat near the front, okay? Keep an eye on things.
If I am right, I will become the high commander.
Yeah, I'll let you take that up with Madeline, and we'll see how that goes.
AJ, I have a question.
Yeah.
That tattoo I got of being a real worshiper or
Mhm.
Cinder
The
Knight,
brand?
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the brand. Sorry. Can I tell? Are people like robed? Is it covering mostly everyone? Could I tell if
Yeah,
how
I
many
mean,
people actually
about
have
that.
that brand, or if anyone actually has it or not?
you can't notice anybody that has it.
It's too hidden.
Yeah.
Okay, never
So.
mind. That was a plan.
All of the people seem to be a little bit older in age, though. Older members of the temple. And I mean, those are the ones that have been there the longest and have climbed through the ranks of the temple anyways. As you guys step in, glancing back behind you, though, you can see Jaren going through each person individually, like patting them down and checking them out. Trying to double check that they don't have anything on them of any concern. God damn it, Brave. Ugh.
He looks like he's in a bathroom.
Okay, so you guys take your seats in the front, and the rest of the temple begins to file in. So you guys are pretty much like front row for the ceremony.
Well, that's dumb.
Well, could we use insight to see if there's anyone that looks suspicious or not?
yeah, absolutely. Give me an insight check.
So we are front row.
Yep,
You
yep,
said?
front row.
All right.
We still have our like rich people disguises. Can I
Yeah.
put one on before I go in and like try to acquire a seat further back?
Too late.
I mean, it's not going to
It's
be
a little-
obviously front row, but
Yeah.
It's a little late now for that.
okay, fine.
I thought the rich people were sitting up front and we were going to be towards the back. But
I mean, you're members of the guard in a ceremony with high-ranking people.
True.
Having you close access to anybody who might be in danger.
are we sitting in the pews then, or are we sort
Yeah,
of like
you would be in the pews.
flanking on this side? Okay.
Yep, you're still in the pews. Everybody is in the pews. There's nobody anywhere else near the stage.
I looked at it again.
I am looking insightfully,
And this sort of
especially at anyone with weapons.
this sort of book-looking thing in the front then is like where the ceremony is going to like take place, right?
The altar.
This
Yeah.
little altar thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, as far as using your insight to kind of see if there's anybody suspicious there, none of the guests walking in look particularly dangerous or of note that would be any concern.
I'm not only looking at the guests, I'm looking at the armed guards.
You guys are the armed guards at this
Oh.
point. The other guards are outside of the building checking the guests as they make their way in.
Okay. You cut
Mhm.
off a little bit.
Can somebody change the server?
Okay.
Like, I'm not doing anything different, and according to my thing, it's showing all my
That
meters are
time,
reading
so,
properly.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, that was just a lot that got cut off. Okay. Should be good now.
all right, we'll see if that makes a difference.
I got left outside. What?
Nope, you're inside in front on the pews with the rest of the group.
Okay.
The guards that you saw there are outside of the building. Some of them you notice were kind of checking out the perimeter of the building itself, while Jaren was outside basically checking out all the guests walking into the building. As far as guards on the inside, you guys are the only ones there that are members of the order. But everybody else is kind of watching this. So this place is being checked out inside and out.
About how high up is the ceiling if I was to fly up?
Probably about
guess.
3 stories.
So like
It's a very open
The
30
cathedral.
story is like
Yeah, about
10
30
feet,
feet. Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So about 30
Okay.
feet.
all right. Just keep looking, waiting for whatever.
Okay. As you guys get into your seats and the rest of the crowd kind of files in, once the last of the guests have made their way in, the doors close behind them. And as that happens, you see the back door opens up and 2 figures begin walking out. One of them in a dark black and red, dark black robe with red trim that goes along, and a very tall hat. This guy is more than likely the cardinal.
Is it all
Behind
black?
the robe is all black with red trim and like a red sash that goes over it.
Okay.
With the markings of Apathos. As he walks out behind him, you see Commander Albright wearing what is very regal looking armor, while still functional, is very aesthetically pleasing at this point, bearing all the markings of Apathos and different indicators of rank, as well as a longsword she has attached to her hip. As they make their way to the altar, both of them are standing behind the altar, and the ceremony commences. The cardinal begins leading a prayer for the entire group, and as he does so, you notice all of the civilians around you bow their head and begin praying as well. As the ceremony progresses, the cardinal reaches to his side and pulls out what appears to be the hilt of a sword. As he does so, he places it on top of the altar and begins chanting. Bits and go for it. What are you gonna say?
Arcana, what's he doing?
Okay, give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Is he chanting in a specific language?
Oh, wow.
Damn.
What's he doing?
Why is she
Okay.
getting all the fucking nat 20s today?
Right.
Normally don't, but that's
Um,
nice.
he's chanting in a language you do not recognize. None of you
What? Okay.
do. You had a question?
I had one.
Yes.
Regarding spells.
Mm-hmm.
How long can you hold a spell for?
What do you mean hold a spell for?
Curiosity's sake?
No, what do you mean hold a spell?
Like,
Hold your action.
yeah, hold your action.
6 seconds.
1 turn.
Yep.
Can I concentrate
Okay.
primeval awareness on a point or no?
No, that is just kind of a general awareness.
General area
Yep.
thing.
So, as far as the ritual itself, from what you are seeing, this is a conjuration spell of sorts, and you notice a little bit more as you see bits and pieces of the floating crystal lights break off from those crystals and begin making their way to the hilt, forming a new blade made of crystal. As the pieces stop floating down, you look and see that they've created a full blade made of what has merged into one crystalline blade.
It's like a summoned blade.
Kind of, yeah.
I'm gonna cast freedom of movement on myself. I can do that once every long rest for free.
Okay, and what does that do? And for how long?
It lasts an hour.
Okay.
It's my
Transspell.
it's my new invocate or my new
Oh.
eldritch thing.
Gotcha. Oh, that's solid.
It's called trickery.
Is there a bathroom?
I'm doing that. To
Not
myself.
that you can see. No.
I can only do it to myself.
Right.
The one that I.
No,
okay.
that's solid. Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
Now, as you guys watch the ceremony, the cardinal grabs the blade and then reaches over, handing it to Albright. As she takes the blade as part of the ceremony, she places her hand on it and raises it to the sky, pointing it in the air. And the blade begins glowing with this red light before igniting into flames. And the crowd goes wild. Everybody,
clapping.
Ooh,
yeah,
thank
pretty
you.
much. Everybody starts clapping and cheering, and the flames subside on the blade to nothing as Madeline begins to replace the old blade in her sheath with the new one made of a solid crystal piece. As she sheaths the blade, the crystals from the lights begin flickering wildly. As there's less substance to the crystals themselves, the light source becomes flooding to the surface more brightly. And then there's a crash as the crystalline object at the bottom of the altar comes crashing through, floating into the air. Both the Cardinal and Madeline seem very perplexed by this, and the audience gasps, not expecting this as part of the ceremony.
I jump on top of it like a grenade.
I'm gonna cast protection from good and evil on myself.
The crystal at this point is floating about 9 or 10 feet in the air, so I don't think you're getting to it.
Perfect. I'll jump up onto the altar to get it. I'm 7 feet tall.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you climb up onto the altar. All of the crystals are flickering their lights wildly at this point, and you see Book jumps up on the altar and goes to jump on the crystal. Give me an athletics check.
During
Got
this
it.
time, I'm going to go ahead and... This sounds like it's going to be the setup for a nice little battle. Can I start doing my summoning for Conjure Minor Elemental? It takes 1 minute.
You're not going to have a full minute to pull it off. I can tell you that right now.
Ooh, fuck.
Like, during the time
Oh,
period of
shit.
trying?
Right. You will be mid-cast by the time things happen, with a minute cast time. You guys
Okay,
watch-
I've got 5 rounds of doing nothing.
You guys watch as Book goes to jump up on top of the crystal, and he lands on top of it, but the crystal shifts, and he kind of rotates to the bottom of it, falling off of it. At this, Madeline grabs the Cardinal and drags him to the back door, ushering him out of the room. Civilians begin panicking and getting out of their seats, seeing everything that's going on and making their way to the door. And you guys watch as light floods these crystals, now in a constant light, before the crystals shatter and a smoke begins filling the area of each of the crystals. Floating down to the ground and then
Or by.
recoalescing into several forms, each of them taking up their own space.
Oh, hi, friends.
Yeah, so where
did it-
you are right here.
Like right
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Okay.
I have a
I'm
question.
I'm sort of like up, standing, like almost standing like on the pew, like looking around, like not sitting on it, but like
Okay.
standing around.
Fiona?
Does it look like you said that Albright was dragging I forget the name away
Cardinal
The
Valerius.
Cardinal.
the Cardinal?
Yep.
Did it look like they were surprised this happened, or
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's important.
Madeline was very much in a defensive mode, protecting the Cardinal.
Okay.
Is Jaren there?
Did they both look
Jaren was outside of the
surprised?
temple.
Did they both look surprised at this? Like the cardinal
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
And-
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You can give me an insight check, but yeah, they look like an
Alright,
initial
I'll-
glance.
Yell
I
out to
mean,
them to
yeah.
send assistance.
Yeah, all right. I'll
Insight.
do your insight.
Tell Jaren I was right.
Hey! I did a good roll.
Hey!
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 So Albright went in defensive mode right away. I don't think surprise is the right word for it, as she just went on defensive. Immediately. Yeah.
Which you would sort of expect from a seasoned soldier, right? You wouldn't
Right.
get surprised.
Right.
You'd,
It's
you'd
all just
immediately
reflex at that point.
reflex.
Yeah. The cardinal seemed not surprised, but you can't really place what it was that was going through his mind. Like, maybe part of it was surprise. He was not expecting what happened, but there's more to it than that, and you can't really place
Can't quite
it.
grasp.
Right.
So we don't know if he
He's in on it.
he obviously
too.
wasn't expecting it, but yeah, we don't know if he was sort of knows what is happening, even though he
Right.
wasn't expecting it. So.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe he wasn't expecting a 7-foot tall asshole to try and grab on.
I mean, that could be it too.
So, as the crystals shatter and recoalesce into other forms, there are 9 demons that take their place in the room.
The room where it happened.
Oh boy.
What about the giant one? Did that
See,
turn
that'd
into
be
anything?
10.
No,
Because that was right next to the book.
that one shattered into nothing.
Okay.
That one was indeed the power source.
Oh, and there's
So-
one right next to me.
Yep, this one is probably a little taller than you are, with 4 arms. 2 of them large with pincers
Fire
attached to them, and 2 of them more humanoid in nature. This thing is a hulking beast. The other
That's
ones,
definitely a demon.
yes, it is absolutely a demon. The other ones are shorter looking, medium sized creatures with a very humanoid shape, but their skin looks charred and burned. No hair on them. They just look like burned hellspawn humanoids. So, we can roll for initiative, and we can do this tonight, or this would be a good place to stop, and we can begin next week's session right here. I will leave it up to you guys.
I'm good either way.
Fight.
Okay.
Well, it's 10 o'clock.
It is 10
Yeah.
o'clock.
Unfortunately,
so-
I gotta work.
Right. That's
I
why
have
I'm
to work
giving you
too.
the option. I know some of you
Yeah.
guys have to work. That is not currently an issue for me.
Okay.
So, I'll leave it up to you guys. Otherwise, like I said, we can pick up next week where this begins, give you guys a chance to kind of think over what you want to do. There are a total of 9 creatures there.
I say maybe we could roll initiative and then do it next week since me and Logo work.
I would just have you roll initiative next week. That way I don't have to try to keep track of it for a whole week until then.
I'm making
Seems
the
like
huge
waiting.
debate as to whether or not to do Route 1 or Route 2. Route 1 being I've got 5 rounds of doing nothing but trying to keep the summoning going.
Well, you can think about it for a week if you want to.
I know. Because
Okay.
can I move while summoning at
No.
half
No.
at half speed?
No.
So
You're
I'm
stuck in place.
You are locked down.
Can't do
And-
reactions, can't do anything.
and any attacks on me would break it.
There's a potential, yeah.
You have to do
Concentration check.
concentration.
Yep.
I knew this was going to happen. I was trying to find a good time in which to do it.
I mean,
What's
there
the
really
minute
wasn't.
casting time?
Yeah, there really wasn't a good time. The elemental lasts for longer though too than your typical
Oh.
summons do.
Yeah, my
1
summon
hour.
says
Yeah.
1 action.
Yeah.
My normal summons do, but the Conjure Minor Elemental is 1 minute.
Ah.
but I can cast it up to 90 feet away.
But it also lasts for, like you said, an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those where if you know you're going into something, like if you guys as a group are on the attack going somewhere, it has more use then. But if you're caught flat-footed, it's not going to be as useful.
Yeah.
Like,
There's no way I can just hide the elemental, though. Like, just in
Right.
case something happens, there's this gigantic guy in the back.
right. This was one of those situations, probably not ideal to try to get away with casting it. Everything kind of happened relatively fast. But yeah, that'll be something else for you guys to investigate next week after combat.
Yay.
So yeah, we'll go
Okay.
we'll go ahead and call it a night here tonight, and we'll pick it up next week where things left off.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Why do you have an aura?
Who?
What?
What?
Who has an
Who?
aura?
You do.
I don't know.
He has a
AJ.
light behind him, I guess.
No, that's an aura effect that you get when you futz with characters.
I am the light in the darkness.
Oh my god. All right, yeah, guys. So we'll end it there for tonight, and we'll pick up next week with demonic combat.
Demonic.
Do you guys want to talk about what you're gonna do the first round, real quick? Or
You guys,
just
you
so we
guys can sort
remember?
that out throughout the week. You guys got the Discord chat
Okay.
as well, so I mean, you've got options. We're gonna go ahead and end things there, though. So I hope you guys had a good night. Hope you guys are having a good week. We will pick up next week on Wednesday with this session. I'll be streaming throughout the week, usual stuff during the day as per usual. So tune in. And aside from that, I hope you guys have a good week. We will catch you guys in the next stream. So good night, guys.
Bye.
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 Bye.